San Antonio's Sports Center.
It is National Signing Day, and the Longhorns have had a big day for the early signing period. They've landed Alamo Heights five-star athlete Michael Terry, also five-star linebacker Jonah Williams, five-star wide receiver Jamie French, as well as flipping LSU four-star quarterback Cade Phillips, all part of their number one ranked 2025 class. Aggies, they're ranked 8th. That's according to 247 Sports. A lot more on that today on the Blitz.
Sports Center is brought to you by Buyers Barricades, the Texas authority in barricade rental. BuyersBarricades.com.
Guess what day it is?
Joe Reinagle.
That's the third time in 7 seasons the San Antonio Spurs are the NBA champions.
Jason Minix.
They go back to big day as Super Bowl champions. Dallas 52, Buffalo 17.
It's the Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio's Sports Star.
Mike. What day is it, Mike? Hump day.
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 Yeah, I love that camel.
Here we go.
Happy Hump Day. Yes, sir. Well, I did, because when I heard that, I'm like, oh, wow, because we're kind of busy getting into the show. It's National Signing Day. You're checking everything out and doing all the stuff, and I was like, oh, wow, that's right. It's Wednesday. It's Wednesday.
National Signing Day.
Favorite day of the week.
Yes.
One of them.
Hump day.
Yeah.
Oh, man, I tell you what a day for National Signing Day.
Yeah, absolutely. Wow.
For you Texas Longhorn fans, the good week continues.
Sure.
What do you mean, sure?
Well, sure. They got the kid from Alamo Heights.
They do. Michael Terry III, who will join us coming up in about 30 minutes from right now. And I'm very curious to see now that he is officially signed, sealed, and delivered, because he is the number one athlete ranking in the country. 8th overall prospect from Texas. But how is Sark going to use him as a receiver, as a running back, just complete versatility?
Well, yeah, I mean, that's awesome. I guess it depends on what else he's got, right, and who's there and ready to go, because I can't see this kid. He's not going to redshirt this kid, right? He's too damn good.
He is good. And his Oregon, Nebraska, Texas, he chose the Longhorns. But kids all over the city signing today. I know, those studs from Steele High School, they had 6 signed D1 today, but Jalen Cooper, their stud receivers going to SMU, Roy Capel to Oklahoma State. Their quarterback, Chad Warner, signed with UTEP. Running back is going to Texas Tech as an athlete. Sean Robinson, defensive back. Running back's actually going to Wyoming. But, yeah, they got, lots of kids signing today. And, again, I still like it's December. I miss this excitement in February.
I know it. And not to rain on anybody's
Here we
parade,
go.
but, with the portal and everything else, how much does it mean? Right, and these kids can, until they sign on the dotted line.
Well, today they did.
They did sign today.
I'm curious.
Is today the sign? I guess it is.
Yes,
You're right.
it's called
Yes.
National Signing Day.
Is that what it's called?
That's exactly.
Well, this is the early period.
Yes,
though.
it's the December signing day.
So they're stuck for a year.
At least.
Yeah.
At least. Well, you look at, I would imagine, and we'll ask Michael Terry about this. I know he's going to play in the Navy All-American Bowl coming up January 11th in the Alamo Dome. And does he finish that game and then just pack up the car and go to Austin? Like, start spring practice, start college early, which is what so many of them do. And every year, and I'm very fortunate to be able to broadcast that game on national radio, and you meet some of these kids, and, they're packed, and they show up at the hotel or their cars and their U-Haul trailers because they know they're leaving San Antonio and then going straight to whatever university they're committed to. They don't go home. So it is kind of interesting how how it works for a lot of those players.
Well, it is. Now, they obviously have to graduate high school early, and so I'm sure that that's set up in advance for them to be able to do that so they can get there for the very important spring practice and all of that stuff. But some of those kids don't get to do that. I mean, I guess it depends. I know a lot more of them are putting themselves in a position to do that, but not everybody is fortunate enough to do that.
No, and again, you look at all the different things that you have to do, and there's a plan, and we'll see. But again, it's one of those deals, and you think about the All-American Bowl every year in San Antonio and the number of players that played in this game. And it's your last chance to see them as high schoolers, but you can go see them, and they bill it as the future stars of tomorrow, and damn, that's true. I mean, you look at the number of Heisman winners that were in San Antonio, first-round picks, number 1 overall picks, all pros. This game's been going on so long now, we've even got a list of Hall of Famers that have played in this game. It's incredible.
Well, it is incredible, and it's an exciting football game to watch because you just see all the talent down there. And so, yeah, it's good that you get to call that thing. It's got to be a lot of fun every year.
Absolutely. Keith Anderson says it's also National Cookie Day.
Well, that's not bad for, non-athletes like you and me.
No, exactly, because these guys don't get cookies. Well, most of these guys aren't getting a lot of cookies. Is it just any kind of cookie, or is it a specific cookie? Because I would imagine, because there seems to be a day for everything, right?
There is.
Is there a chocolate chip cookie day and an oatmeal raisin cookie day and just an overall cookie day?
Nobody wants oatmeal raisin cookies.
I do.
Chocolate chip is where it's at.
Chocolate chip or oatmeal raisin is fine. I like those too. When we were at our hunting trip, there was a whole bunch of Oreos in there. I forgot how much I like a good Oreo cookie. My goodness, those are dangerous.
Do you dip them in milk?
No.
Why not?
There was no milk in that place. There was whiskey and beer and cookies.
Well, did you dip them in whiskey?
I did not.
You should have.
I never realized that Oreos have the same effect as the Girl Scout cookies. Like Girl Scout cookies. Thin Mints are my favorite. And you go to get 2 or 3, and all of a sudden the entire sleeve is gone. That's how it felt with those Oreos. You grab a couple, and then you're grabbing a couple more, and then the damn package is empty.
I haven't had a good Oreo in a long time, but I got to have milk with it. I got to dip that baby in milk.
Or whiskey.
Well, no, just milk.
Just milk.
Yeah. I've never dipped an Oreo in whiskey. Mm-hmm. It might be pretty good.
I tell people all the time, take a shot of Fireball.
Yeah.
And put that over vanilla ice cream.
Uh-huh.
That's a game changer.
Wow. All right.
I would imagine Oreo and whiskey might have the same effect.
Well, you never know.
Or wrap it in bacon.
Bacon wrapped, which the last time when that was a thing during COVID, you would wrap an Oreo in bacon and put it on your smoker and smoke it. I've done that one time. That was probably the last time I've had an Oreo. And what was that? 4 years ago, Pledge? And there was a package sitting there at hunting camp, and I was like, yeah, that looks, man, those were good.
Yeah, they're good.
Yeah.
Was it double stuffed?
I don't think so. I think it was just regular Oreos.
Regular stuffed?
Yeah, I'm not the double stuffed guy. Just give me a regular Oreo.
Do you mean you're not in?
Too much stuff in the double stuffed.
Too much stuff?
Too much stuff.
Can there ever be too much stuff?
Yes, there can be. Yes. Absolutely.
Well, what about those thin ones?
The Thin Mints?
No, the Oreo Thins.
Never tried those.
Well, there's not enough stuff in those.
Well, exactly. That's probably why I've never tried them.
Oh.
Now, Keith Anderson says golden Oreos. Now, you think he's trying to be funny? I've never heard of a golden Oreo.
No,
That's the thing.
There are. I've never had one. I've never seen them outside of H-E-B. And I was this close the other day when I went to H-E-B to buying some Oreos for the house. But I if they're not in the house, I'm not going to eat them kind of thing.
Yeah.
And so I didn't buy them. But I realized there were double stuffed. They were thin. There's the gold package ones that are called golden. And there's another kind of Oreo out there as well. And now that I think about it, didn't we get some here at the station when they put the NBA logos on it? So that was probably the last time I had Oreos.
Why would you eat a golden Oreo? I mean, honestly.
What do you mean?
Well, I'm looking at it. Pledge put some up on the screen.
It looks like it's vanilla.
Well, who wants that?
Well, people that don't want chocolate.
I just wonder how popular that is. That can't be very popular. Now, obviously, it's popular for some of our viewers, listeners, whatever you want to call them on YouTube, but they don't look very good.
What do you mean they don't look very good?
They don't look very good.
They're golden.
That's exactly right. They don't look very
vanilla.
good. I prefer chocolate.
I don't. Now I kind of just feel like somebody should send us some Tiff's treats this way so we can celebrate appropriately on National Cookie Day.
Wow.
Or
yeah,
I don't
Lisa.
know, just or just send us a package of Oreo. And look, Ryan just immediately put up a poll. Should Joe try a golden Oreo? Ryan, why don't you take your ass down to the convenience store, buy some, bring them here, and we'll try them on air.
Sure.
Just make
Why
sure you
not?
get some regular Oreos just in case, so we can do a comparison. And Joe will gladly send you the money for that, Ryan. You're going to create a poll.
Not for the golden one, I won't.
Sure you will.
No, if you want golden, you're paying for that.
Oh, come on.
Nope. I'll spring for the regular Oreo.
All right, I'll spring for the goldens.
Not a golden. Not doing golden. Dude, I tell you, these people on YouTube woke up in a bad mood or something. It's like they're just all like, I got too much hairspray. I look like Kurt Russell. I mean, I'm just all over the place.
Kurt Russell?
That's what they're saying.
Who? Where?
Well, just Frank Mateo and all these people. It's a great day. It's Hump Day. Should all be in a great mood.
Hump Day?
Yeah.
Whoa.
It's also National Cookie Day.
It's national. It's a great
what's
day.
in a snickerdoodle?
Those wouldn't be bad either.
Always a good question.
I don't want to know. As long as they are right there. Ryan apparently is on his way to the store. All right.
Oh, really?
Yep. Good job, Ryan. He wrote on there BRB. You know what that means?
I'm assuming that's be right back.
There you go.
Energy drink will work too.
Who's springing for that?
You are.
Not an energy drink.
Yeah. You just throw Ryan a 50. He'll be fine.
Yeah, whatever. A 50?
Well, have you been to that convenience store over there off Austin Highway?
Also, you missed National Giving Day or whatever yesterday.
You don't know that.
You told us you did.
Yeah, but that was at 4 o'clock.
You gave since 6?
The last time I checked, Ryan is not a charity.
But Pledge is.
I already took care of Pledge today. Got Pledge's lunch today.
He did.
See that?
Uh-huh.
So I gave to Pledge, my favorite charity.
Yes.
Lunch and dinner.
There you go. See, he's making it last.
I don't think so.
He would have had breakfast, but Sam took one of those sandwiches.
And one of those was for me, and, he was like, here, Pledge. And Pledge looked at the bag, thought there were 3 sandwiches all for him.
Yeah,
and
they
walked out the door.
You turned us down, buddy.
I'd already eaten lunch.
Well, that's what I said. You didn't want it. It's all for Pledge.
Mm-hmm. I'm learning more about golden Oreos than I ever want to know on our YouTube chat. If you want to see some of these and get educated as well, go read the comments there on the San Antonio Sports Star YouTube channel. And while you're there, subscribe, hit the thumbs up, and all that good stuff. Yeah, I saw that earlier. That's a distraction. Yep. Keep scrolling to the right, my friend.
I know it.
Yeah.
Glad that's on my personal phone.
I can't see the thing because I got a pole that's staring at me.
I sure do.
And the advice that's given on that shirt is right there, isn't it?
Woo.
Yeah. Good luck.
Holy cow.
I don't know.
Oh, good stuff.
Hit and suspension continues to dominate the news cycle. The appeal is going on today Don't know if we'll find out the result of the appeal, but we'll talk about what we're hearing from some defensive players, namely a Micah Parsons, and an offensive player who said they got instructions from a coach. If a quarterback does that, knock him on his ass.
Yeah.
And they did.
They did.
No flags. We'll explain coming up here on The Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Yeah, you want to see all those hits and slides and dirty plays and all of that kind of stuff? There's no better place to go than the Golf Club of Texas to do that. In fact, I'm scrolling their Instagram right now, and they've already got the schedule of all the NFL action that's taking place this weekend, starting with Thursday night's huge game between Green Bay and the Detroit Lions. It ought to be a great time and a great place to go see that is the Golf Club of Texas. Why, you ask? Well, how about $3 wells, $3 drafts? That's a pretty good reason to go to the Golf Club of Texas to watch a little football. You can't beat that. That is a heck of a deal. Golf Club of Texas looks like a country club, but it's not. It is open to the public 7 days a week. And you want to play a little golf, let me tell you what, some of the best course conditions in the city of San Antonio or anywhere else for that matter. They have put in a lot of money and a lot of time on that golf course, and it looks like it. It is in fantastic shape. The Tin Cup Restaurant, one of the best in town. There's no question about it. In fact, it is the best sit-down restaurant in that part of San Antonio, and it won't break the bank to take the family out to eat at the Tin Cup Restaurant. Golf Club of Texas is just a great place to go and have some fun with your family, with your buddies, whatever. Get on out to the Golf Club of Texas, play some golf, watch some football, do it all right there. And you know exactly where it is, right off Briggs Ranch Road, off Highway 90, whether it's for dinner at the Tin Cup, around with your buddies, your next tournament. Go check them out. Best rates are always online at golfclubtexas.com. That's golfclubtexas.com. The Golf Club of Texas, the friendliest golf course in Texas.
San Antonio Sports Stars 50K Pro Football Pick'em giveaway is back. Head to sasportstar.com and pick the winners of each pro football game every week to earn points for each correct pick. Highest points each week wins a $25 gift card to Mellow Mushroom. Highest points overall scores $1,000 worth of tickets from A Awesome Tickets. Pick the winning ticket of every regular season game. Win the grand prize, $50,000. This is an audience national contest across multiple markets. The 50K Pro Football Giveaway. Register and win at sasportstar.com.
When you are just craving something salty and packs a crunch, Southern Recipe Pork Rinds is your crunch time decision. Game day just got a whole lot crunchier thanks to the powerhouse snack, Southern Recipe Pork Rinds. We're talking about crispy, golden bites of pure awesomeness. Pork rinds are your MVP snack. And get this, they're low carb and high in protein, so you can keep the energy high without the guilt. Don't settle for ordinary on game day. Grab yourself a bag of Southern Recipe Pork Rinds at H-E-B today.
Listen to this message I received.
First message.
This is Santa Claus. Hey, I'm calling to give you a heads up. Last Christmas, so many people asked me for a Kinetico water softener, but getting all those Kinetico units in and out of the sleigh, up and down the chimneys, well, it's not so good on my back. So I'm going to forward all those Kinetico wish lists directly to you. Here's Mrs. Claus.
Thanks again for installing our Kinetico. I just love how soft my man's beard is, and my skin feels silky smooth, even here at the North Pole.
So if it's okay with you, I'll handle the toys, you handle the water softeners.
For a limited time, receive a free reverse osmosis drinking station at your kitchen sink. 0% interest for 12 months and $400 when you trade in your old water softener.
By the way, the elves just love your jingle.
Call 656 Pure Kinetico.
I'm not a fan of the gluten-free cookies. Bye-bye.
The last water softener you'll ever own. Call 656 Pure Kinetico.
Home ownership. At Progressive, we know it's part of the American dream. It's the land of the free and the home of student drivers ready to back into your new fence at any given time. It's firing up a round of burgers and dogs on your rusty grill with a faulty gas line that engulfs your tool shed in flames. It's also around-the-clock protection when you bundle your home and auto with Progressive, which can help keep the American dream of home ownership alive and kicking. Get a quote at Progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company, affiliates, and other insurers. Not available in all states.
Oh, Christmas leaks, you make our carpet squishy.
Here at Quartermoon Plumbing, we know all your Christmas wants, like the popular leaky faucet, the overflowing toilet, or the trendy clogged sewer line. No matter what list you're on, naughty or nice, Quarter Moon Plumbing will answer your call fast and fix your emergency quickly so you can get back to your Coco and Carolyn.
651-5899.
License number TACLA 141074E M16004.
Did you know you can get your prescriptions for less at your local pharmacy? You can with GoodRx. It's the free app that can save you money on your medications. Just search for your prescription, choose the pharmacy and the price that works best for you, and then show your GoodRx coupon to your pharmacist at the drop-off counter. GoodRx works at over 70,000 pharmacies, including Walmart, Rite Aid, and Walgreens, and it works whether you have insurance or not. It's easy to save. Next time you drop off your prescription, check GoodRx. To start saving today, go to GoodRx.com. GoodRx is not insurance.
It's The Blitz with Jason and Joe on 94.1 San Antonio's Sports Star.
Let's get wild.
It is The Blitz here on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. If you're watching on YouTube, subscribe to the San Antonio Sports Star YouTube channel. Comment, like, subscribe, all that good stuff. He's Joe Reinagel. I'm Jason Minix. On Twitter, at Joe Reinagel210. You can tweet at me, at Jason Minix. The station, at SA Sports Star. Same on Instagram. Make sure you're following all.
I just want to say something. You know, you talk about the NBA trying to sell something. Is this Emirates NBA Cup?
Yep.
The headline on their show right now says, which team would Emirates NBA Cup mean the most for in the East?
Spurs are out of it now. I don't give a damn.
Who gives a damn about this Emirates? Am I the only one that doesn't give a damn? Am I missing something here?
Well, I mean, no. No.
I don't understand it.
I mean, last night watching that Spurs game, I felt like I needed to put on shades. That floor was so bright in Phoenix. It was awful. Yes, the NBA is trying to sell it. They're trying to create a tradition. This is year 2 of it. You know, they expect the Get Off My Lawn crowd did not like it. And I'm with you. I'm on the Get Off My Lawn. I don't care about this. You know, Spurs got 2 new games added to their schedule because they were eliminated last night. Had the Spurs won last night and were still in it, maybe I would get into it. And I would imagine for the fan bases that are still in, I guess it is a talking point. You create care because you can win something, but in reality, I don't know who. I don't give a damn, and I don't know anybody that does give a damn.
I'm not sure the Spurs give a damn because they didn't play like it last night.
Well,
they just couldn't shoot. That was the problem.
It would help if Wemby could score in the first half.
Well,
it would help if what were they 23 3-pointers the game before, and then they were like I don't know. 2, 3 of 5 billion last night.
Yeah, they were ice cold is a good word for it. They couldn't shoot last night. That was the problem. You get down early. They did rally back though. I mean, it played them well, but Devin Booker was a monster last night.
Although Kevin Durant gets hurt, you got to take advantage of that.
Yeah, I agree.
And again, Wemby, as a superstar player, you can't have too many nights like that. And he's already had too many games like that this season.
Yeah. He has. He'll be all right, though.
I know he's going to be fine, but
it's Jeremy Sohan. I blame him.
He was good last night.
Yeah, but Wemby wasn't. That's the problem.
That's the problem.
That's the problem.
That's the problem.
Yeah. Yep. Who can play with a dude that's got hair like that anyway? Dude, really, green hair. That's got to be distracting as hell.
You're not going to lose him on the court.
Well, no. That's the problem, isn't it? It's too bad he doesn't play for Boston. He'd blend right in.
Well, give him time.
Oh, my goodness. These kids today, I'll tell you.
You say that, and you work with a guy that comes to work at times with pink shorts and a purple shirt.
Well, and I agree, and we appropriately gave him a lot of grief for that. He looks really, he looks nice today. He got a tie on and a vest.
It looks like he's going to take your bags up to your room, sir.
Well, he might.
Yes.
Pledge looks pretty sharp today, man.
He does. He looks like he should be standing in front of the Grand Hyatt downtown as people check in.
Well, he wouldn't have to deal with us.
I mean, you're right. You're right.
If I wasn't wearing just jeans and a concert tee and a half zip. It's the only thing y'all find amenable.
No, I mean, we joked about buying you a pair of jeans with no holes in it and a golf shirt for Christmas, but we knew you would never wear it.
He'd wear golf. Well,
no.
He doesn't even wear golf shirts.
No.
Wow.
Not normally.
Huh.
Not unless he has to. If it's a requirement. Thought about getting you a red polo and some khakis. Just a little flashback to your Target days.
That's what happened. That ruined it.
Wow.
So what's wrong with a concert shirt and a half zip?
Nothing.
It's a Cowboys t-shirt underneath today. I had to check.
Don't even know.
I don't know. I don't give a damn. I mean, the reality is, and I joked with this with the Reinagel earlier, I almost put on that exact same half zip he's wearing today, but I thought, this is too thick. It's not that cold outside. So the next one over was this blue one, and it's a little bit lighter. So otherwise, we'd be twinning today if my first option was there.
Well, see, I'm already starting to plan for the weekend. So it's like I'm wearing half zips that I know I'm not going to wear this weekend. Does that make sense?
You're planning your wardrobe. It's Wednesday.
Well, yeah.
Smart move, Joe.
Of course it is. See that?
So because you're going to Vegas, you've got your Vegas clothes.
Yes.
And your Vegas clothes are your same as your regular clothes, except for you need to make sure they're clean for Vegas.
Well, I need to make sure they're clean, and I need to make sure I've got the right ones that I want to take. And this wouldn't be one of them. There's no offense to this one.
Yeah, apparently.
But
why do you hate the Army-Navy game?
I love the Army-Navy game, and this will probably be on the trip when we go up there, even though we'll get a nice new one.
Well, that's it. And again, the number of years that we've been going, you're going to catch up because I can wear one of those every day for 2 weeks.
That's right.
The idea. I'm glad you're not wearing that one actually to Las Vegas. No offense to USAA, but that's the red one. And I know you're going to be watching somewhere at a wonderful spot, the Longhorns and the Georgia game.
That's right.
And you can't wear that on Saturday.
No, I can't do that.
No.
I'll probably be neutral for that game because I don't know who I'm going to bet on just yet. See, I have no allegiance to Texas or Georgia necessarily, although I would say I'm more of a Longhorn fan. I'm not a diehard Longhorn fan, but it depends on who I decide to put my hard-earned money on.
The guy you're going with is a diehard Longhorn fan, and he will heavily influence all of your decision-making.
Yes, he is.
This weekend while you were in Vegas.
Yes, he is he's a big Longhorn fan, yes.
Yes, to say the least.
Yeah.
To say the least.
Doesn't matter, unless he's going to give me money to bet with.
You aren't going to put your money on Georgia and be sitting with him.
I did last time and won.
Did you really?
I did. I bet on Georgia that day.
And you were watching with him?
Not with him, no.
Oh, see,
I was watching alone.
Uh-huh. So sitting with him, knowing no matter how much you put down, he's got way more than you. You're not going to sit there and root against this guy.
Well, the one thing Daryl understands is winning money. So, I mean, you know.
Yeah, not at his expense. You guys aren't going to sit there and you're going to root for a team that you don't give a damn about except for your bet. I know you're going to have to sit there and quietly hold your cards to the vest.
My gut tells me right now that Texas is the play.
Uh-huh.
But it depends on what that line does. It's 2.5 right now. If it moves up, makes it tempting.
Well, Texas is the home team.
If it goes up to 3.5, that would be tempting to take those dogs. I'm telling you.
Revenge game.
Because Texas will fumble 3 or 4 times and not score in the second half.
Revenge game.
Uh-huh.
What if they put Arch in?
Quinn Ewers will throw a pick 6. I mean, he always does.
Always does.
Dak Prescott of the college football world.
Good Lord. I'm glad you said Dak and not Jameis.
Here we go.
But maybe he can pray to get those pick 6s out of him.
Maybe so. I hope that works for old Jameis. I really do.
I really do as well. Speaking of the Longhorns, their recruiting class right now ranked number 1. And one of those reasons is an athlete from San Antonio, Alamo Heights, the number 1 ranked athlete in the country, number 8 overall prospect, Michael Terry III. He will join us next here on The Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. When you need an electrician, Hill Electric is available for both residential and commercial needs. I've used Hill Electric for a variety of projects at my home through the years. They do fantastic work and have for over 3 decades. The family-owned Hill Electric has served San Antonio homes and businesses. Whatever your project is, Hill Electric has the right service at the right price. And get this, never a service charge, always free estimates, so it costs you absolutely nothing to figure out what it will take to get a project done. Maybe at the office you need a lot more USB ports put in. Might need those at the house as well. Need lights moved, a spotlight over one of your grills outside like what I did, extra outlets in the garage because, you know, the builder never puts enough in there. Whatever that project is, call Hill Electric, 210-404-9074, 404-9074, or hill-electric.com.
It's the Morning Huddle with A.J. Hoffman and Rob Thompson.
Thursday on the Morning Huddle, Week 14 begins. Yeah, we got football tonight. We'll get you ready for it.
And a huge night of college hoops to discuss. And what are the Spurs going to do next? It is the Morning Huddle. We started here at 6.
It's the Morning Huddle with A.J. Hoffman and Rob Thompson. Morning 6 to 10 on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Imagine finding your dream home and moving in right away. No waiting to sell your old place first. Sounds perfect, right? Jason Minix here from 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. That's exactly what Orchard's Move First, Sell Later program lets you do. Buy your new home now, sell the old one later. Here's how it works. Orchard gives you cash so you can buy and move into your new home first. On your timeline, no waiting, no showings, no double moves. Then the Orchard experts take it from there. They handle repairs on your old home and make price-boosting upgrades at no upfront cost. Once they're done, a local Orchard agent lists and sells your home for top dollar. Orchard's Move First program gives you the freedom to buy and move into your new home first, sell your old home later. Buy before you sell and get top dollar for your home with Orchard. Ready to find out how much your home is worth? Visit Orchard.com to get your free home valuation. That's Orchard.com.
At the Institute for Functional Health, we are dedicated to helping you live life fully, playing with your kids, golfing, and feeling great without relying on pills. We're not about treating symptoms temporarily. We're about extending your health span, the years you live in good health. I'm Dr. Torres, and for over a decade, my team has transformed lives by tackling health issues at the root. Tired of medications without real answers? Take control of your health with us. Call 210-468-1891 for a free Discovery Day consultation or visit iffhealth.com. Improve your health span today.
Buyers Barricades is proud to provide traffic control, rental, and sales for work zones and events in the San Antonio area and beyond. Buyers Barricades, the Texas authority in barricade rental. Learn more online at buyersbarricades.com. That's buyersbarricades.com.
Welcome to TGL presented by SoFi. Golf's newest league, live on ESPN and ESPN+. It's 2 hours of hammer dropping, overtime forcing, playoffs on the line, golf. Tiger, Rory, and more of the best from the PGA Tour split into 6 teams. Learn more at TGLGolf.com and tune into the inaugural season beginning January 7th. Keep up, it's golf.
Make holiday magic this year with something beautiful and timeless from Diamonds Direct. A stunning eternity band, a pair of classic diamond stud earrings, something new and eye-catching from a world-class designer. Or maybe you're looking for that perfect engagement ring or a fabulous timepiece. At Diamonds Direct, we have the perfect gifts for the season, starting at around $500. Come and let our experts help you pick out that headliner gift. Or for some fabulous ideas, see the online seasonal gift guide now at diamondsdirect.com. You can even chat now with a virtual assistant for the ultimate convenience. Whether you connect online or in person, you're guaranteed to get the extraordinary value, ironclad warranties, and white glove service Diamonds Direct is known for. And to help make your purchase even more affordable, we've got special financing so you can spread out your payments. Get directions, details, special showroom hours, and our holiday gift guide now at diamondsdirect.com. Diamonds Direct. Your love, our passion.
George gets justice.
After being hit by an 18-wheeler, the experienced attorneys of George Salinas Injury Lawyers are San Antonio's choice for getting you the maximum compensation you deserve. With over 110 years of combined experience, they've recovered millions for their clients. 18-wheelers may be bigger than you on the road, but you can be bigger than them in the courtroom. George guarantees that you don't pay unless they win your case. Call 210-225-0909 today for a free consultation.
George gets justice. GetGeorge.com.
The big holiday beauty sale at Ulta Beauty is happening now. Get the best gifts up to 50% off, including can't-miss deals on Urban Decay palettes, luxurious YSL and Armani fragrances, and the fabulous Shark Dryer and Styler. But that's not all. New deals drop every week. So whether you're treating yourself or finding the perfect gifts for your crew, head to an Ulta Beauty store today. Get all the best gifts, all at Ulta Beauty.
San Antonio Sports Stars 50K Pro Football Pick'em giveaway is back. Head to sasportstar.com and pick the winners of each pro football game every week to earn points for each correct pick. Highest points each week wins a $25 gift card to Mellow Mushroom. Highest points overall scores $1,000 worth of tickets from A Awesome Tickets. Pick the winning ticket of every regular season game. Win the grand prize, $50,000. This is an Audience National contest across multiple markets. The 50K Pro Football Giveaway. Register and win at sasportstar.com.
It is the Blitz here on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. He's Joe Reinagel. I'm Jason Minix. Friday, the Blitz is going to be live out at Tri-County Meat Market, their Huebner Road location. They call it Demo Days. They're going to be a guy named George Cantu, who's a championship smoker, and he's got one of those big old grills.
Dude, it's
that he
incredible.
Pulls on, trailer grills.
Yeah.
Got some briskets that are going to go on probably tomorrow. They'll be ready when we're out there. I don't know what else, ribs, burn ends, whatever. We're going to be sampling all kinds of great meats from the smoker, Gulf Coast Smoke, Maggie Mays, which they do a lot of the pre-made items that are available there at Tri-County Meat Market. A cigar guy's going to be out there. It's just going to be a blast on Friday. And, a little Blitz reunion show since Joe's off to Vegas. Rob Thompson, he says, do a double show, double duty on. We're going to Tri-County. Hell yeah, I'm in. So it'll be Rob and
this
myself.
Is Andrew Monaco.
And Andrew Monaco, maybe.
He'll be on
you never
too.
know.
He might be.
Maybe.
Maybe. I guess the Aggies are going bowling somewhere.
They will, but we don't know where.
Don't know where.
Although basketball, I don't know. I guess I need to text Andrew and figure out if we're going to do that or not. Because, it's weird with this new playoff thing. Bowl announcements should be, Sunday? But in reality, we'll have a good idea after we see how the playoffs are going, where teams are going to end up going and how that stuff works. So, maybe Andrew on Friday or not by phone. Either way, the Blitz live out at Tri-County Meat Market on Friday, the Huebner Road location. Blitz out there from 2 to 6. And, make sure if you've done any grilling over the last several days, upload those photos to the Grilling with the Blitz page at sasportstar.com.
Yes, do that. We need you to do that because we like judging meat. We like giving people's money away, so that's a good thing. It's always fun to do that. Look, what a great weekend of college football. Saturday is just going to be incredible with all the championship games that are taking place all day long, of course, highlighted by Texas and Georgia at 3 o'clock local time here. And so it's it's going to be a fun day, Saturday.
It is. Well, you look at that game, the Big 12 championship game, Arizona State. That's the early game. 1 o'clock here in San Antonio, UIW taking on Villanova in a playoff game. Clint, the head coach of UIW, is going to join us at 5:15 today.
Yep.
They're favored by 7 in that game.
Awesome. Well, I wish them the best of luck. I tell you what, they've had a lot of success at UIW over the last several years, and really happy for those guys over there.
If you ever go to a game over there at Benson, and you watch them play, and you go back to when Eric Morris was the coach or G.J. Kinney, with what they're doing with Clint, the style of offense, the play that you're seeing out there, it's a lot of fun. And if they were playing at a bigger level, the amount of people that would go out there. But if you just like going and watching good, fun football and high-level offense, you go watch UIW. It is entertaining. I mean, you think about going viral with the touchdown celebration. There should be so many people going to that game on Saturday. The tailgating is fantastic, by the way. And go out there and support the UIW, but you're going to watch really good football at the same time.
Well, and you get to, playoff game at home. That's cool to be able to see playoff football at home and in front of the home folks. And it'll be a lot of fun. So, yeah, head on out there.
Absolutely. Waiting for Michael Terry III to call. When he does, we'll obviously get him on the air to talk about his decision to go to UT and what he can share with us about what Sark has told him, their plans on how they're going to use him. Because, from what I've read leading up to it, the Sark plan and their recruiting process, very impressive. So hopefully we'll go inside and behind the curtains on that decision-making process. And obviously in today's NIL world, how much that played a part in it.
Yeah, I wonder what he's getting paid.
I don't know if he'll tell us that.
Well, I don't know if he will either, but, obviously that's a part of the landscape now.
It really is.
I mean, it is.
And
props to him. I hope he's getting a bunch.
Yeah, I imagine when you're ranked number 1, the offers are good.
Yeah.
And the fact that it was Nebraska, Oregon, and Texas. I couldn't. Now, Texas, Oregon, I could see. Nebraska, Matt Rule doing a hell of a job of recruiting up to Nebraska. But, man, it would take, I don't know, whatever Nebraska was offering, triple that, and I might buy a coat and go. But outside of that, no way in hell.
Well, it's not exactly warm in Oregon all the time either, though, is it?
It's a different kind of cold.
There is no different kind of cold. It's just cold.
No, because flat, windy, and snowy is brutal. In Oregon, it's just
wet.
A lot of wet. It is cold, but, I got family up there, and I don't enjoy any of it, but it's not as snowy where they're at in Eugene, or, well, it can be at times, but not like Nebraska. Feels like it snows in October and it doesn't melt till May.
He made the right choice to stay in Austin.
Absolutely.
Stay close to home.
So much better for your parents.
Yeah.
To be able to just drive up the road and go.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Who knows? Spurs last night, they play like crap in the first half. They can't hit threes. Wemby was awful last night, especially in the first half.
Yeah.
And they lose to the Suns. Kevin Durant leaves that game pretty early with an ankle sprain. And this Spurs team could not take advantage of a wounded Phoenix team.
Well, and Devin Booker was pretty incredible last night. He made the difference for them. He was fantastic. So it was just one of those games. Look, the Spurs just didn't shoot well. It's just that simple. They didn't shoot the ball well. They couldn't make anything last night. And that, obviously, that's what you do to win games. And they couldn't get that done last night. So, no shame going to Phoenix and losing. You wanted them to win, stay in the cup match, whatever that thing is, and be involved in that if you're into that. But they're not. So now we get 2 more games. It's almost like it's bonus time. Although I guess they would have played 2 more games had they stayed alive last night. So it just kind of makes things even. But I'm glad I don't have to worry about it anymore because I don't really give a damn who wins that thing. I don't care. It doesn't matter who wins that thing. It's just it's unreal. But they're trying to sell it, so good for them. But you're right about Wemby. He just didn't he just didn't play well last night. And that's a couple of games really that he hasn't played well. The game before, he played well in the fourth quarter and led this team back. But last night, not so much. Again, Devin Vassell coming through. This guy is playing well. He's obviously feeling good. He's healthy, and he's doing a great job.
When you think about like last night's game, CP3 with the Captain Obvious answer, they've just got to start better.
It's crazy. I think we one of the top 5 teams in the league in the third quarter and one of the bottom in the first quarter. So that's something that we got to be better at and be conscious of because, we're down 10 at the end of the first. It always seems like we play better in the second half, so we got to get off to better starts.
Yeah, absolutely. And last night, I think, what were they down? I think it was 11-2 at one point in time. I mean, it was a bad start for them. They get outscored by 10 points in that first quarter, and that's tough. I don't care how good you are. You playing NBA teams and you spot them 10 right off the bat. That's hard to recover from. Spurs did, though. They came back and got within shouting distance, and they just couldn't get the job done.
The reality is, this year, getting within shouting distance isn't good enough.
Nope.
Moral victories this year, expectations higher. That was a bad loss because of a bad start. And, I mean, Wemby, yeah, again, Captain Obvious, need to play better offensively.
I guess the real difficulty is adjusting to the defense in real time, the type of, the coverage. Because the answers are always there, and when we watch the film afterwards, it's easy to spot them, but reacting in real time is the real difficulty.
Yeah. Well, look, and again, offensively, he hasn't played well in the last two games, other than the fourth quarter, which he was a monster in, and he came back. But last night was not a thing of beauty. Devin Vassell was the guy. But they had some contributions from some other folks. It was just a bad shooting night, and that's just pure and simple. 36% from the field, 35% actually from the field. So I mean, you're not going to beat many teams shooting like that.
The fact that they got up 100 shots is crazy. But 8 of 44 from 3-point range. 8 of 44. Now, the night before, the game before, they were 23 of 46.
Yeah,
and live by the three, die by the three. But I don't know. At some point, especially with games like this, and maybe they were doing it to a degree some, but, at some point when the threes aren't going, don't you just change something for a little bit, run some easy baskets, high percentage shots, score some points, get things going, and then go back to shooting the three? I know shooters shoot, and you got to shoot yourself out of slumps, whether it's in a game or over a stretch of time. But the idea that, of their 100 shots, 44 were from three. At some point, it's like an offense. A quarterback that's struggling, throw some screen passes, throw some quick hitters just to see the completion made. Run some easy offense, higher percentage shots, see the basket go in, gain that confidence back, and go.
Those are all great points, Jason. But I think that's the NBA we live in right now. It's a 3-point league, and I think that's part of the problem with people watching the game. I mean, there's no more run an offense, do this, pick and rolls. There's just too little of that anymore, and that's an issue. It certainly is for me. I like seeing that execution, that play, and I'm not saying it's not there anymore, because it is. But it just seems like a lot more teams now settle for the 3-point shot than to try to work the basketball inside and execute down low.
I just look at Wemby had 0 points at halftime on 0 of 8 shooting.
Yes.
0 of 6 from 3-point range. The Spurs in the first half were 2 of 20. They were down 52-39.
The guy is 7'4", right?
Last time I checked.
Yeah, so it seems like he'd be pretty good down under the basket.
Again.
I mean, I'm not the smartest guy in the world, but it seems to me that he would be.
I'm not in the camp that Wemby should not be shooting threes. But could there be a little bit more of a balance of his 3-point shooting and the higher percentage shots closer to the rim? Run some pick and roll. I know he's not going to be a back-to-the-basket kind of player. Those days are long gone. But you can run some things where, I don't know, the guy could, take off from the free throw line and dunk it. You can create some mismatches and just come up with some higher percentage shots, and they don't do it. And again, on the other night when he was just unconscious from three, don't change that. But when you are literally unconscious, you're 0 for 6 and 0 for 8, run some plays to get that ball to go in just so you can gain that confidence. No different than a quarterback, throw a screen pass, throw a quick, easy route, just seeing that completion. Every coach you talk to in every sport, man, sometimes you just got to make something easy, gain that confidence, and then you go back to what you're doing. And I just don't see the Spurs doing that.
Yeah, well, it should be more, and I, not putting words in your mouth, but I think it should be a little more split, right? I mean, and not to say that he's got to play under the basket, back to the basket, and all of that. But what's wrong with an elbow shot? Shot from the elbow, the free throw line. Tim Duncan made a living with that little nice hook off the glass. I mean, stuff like that. But it's not just Wemby. It's all of the younger players coming in that think they have to shoot threes all night long. And to me, it's becoming a problem. And, I don't know what you do as coaches. Do you let these guys continue to shoot? I just wonder, and again, I've been singing the praises of Mitch Johnson, and this is not a shot at Mitch. But I wonder if Greg Popovich, seeing Wemby go 0 for 6, would he have done something different and moved Wemby around a little bit to get that confidence that you're talking about?
The idea, and when you get a game like last night, and expectations are different this year, I think that's fair. Because what would Pop do? And at the same time, we had no problems with it the other night when they, made 23 threes against Sacramento and they won that game because it was going in. So when it's not, when those three balls aren't dropping at that kind of rate, when you're 2 of 20 from three, at some point, do you have to do something different? And you realize last game, it was great. Nobody had issues with it. We celebrated it. My goodness, man, look at what they're doing from three. And in this game, they couldn't knock those same shots down. There was a lid on that basket last night in Phoenix. And you try to figure out and second guess, and, that comes with the territory. Mitch Johnson, what's your biggest takeaway from a game like that?
Hopefully we make more shots next game.
Yeah.
I think to be down 4 points going into the fourth quarter, in the game in the fourth quarter, I think was a testament to some other things that are good takeaways. They had 2 offensive rebounds. They didn't have a 30-point quarter. Again, when your offense is struggling like that, it puts a lot of pressure on your defense, and our defense withstood a lot tonight. So I think that would be the takeaway.
Well, and he's right. Look, the Spurs are going to play defense. They've got some great defensive players. But you hold a Phoenix Suns team to 104 points, that's good.
Yeah.
But you got to get more than 93. So, I mean, it does work hand in hand, does it not? I mean, defense is great when your offense isn't doing what it's supposed to be doing. The defense has got to hold you in the game until your offense comes around. Problem for the Spurs, other than that third quarter, they didn't have much offense.
And again, CP3, I don't know what you're doing. I remember years past we used to complain, what are they doing at halftime? Because they were awful in the third quarter. They have fixed that problem. It was obviously their best quarter last night, scoring 32 points in the third. But again, a Suns team you held to 104, a Suns team that basically got 15 minutes from Kevin Durant, and you couldn't win that game. That's a bad loss for the San Antonio Spurs.
Not a good one. You're exactly right. Because Phoenix hadn't been playing all that well. And you're right. You take out their star, although Devin Booker kind of made up for that.
Oh, Book's a stud,
the
man.
The guy was pretty special last night, I have to say. Devin Booker was good last night.
Yeah, but, man, I needed Book to get 30. I ain't going to lie.
Oh, really?
On my underdog fantasy.
Wow.
I had him higher than 29.5.
You lost by a hook.
By a hook.
You lost by a hook.
I had 2. Hang on. You won't believe this crap. Although one of the reasons why you love playing, because last night I had Wemby higher than 15.5 points. He had 15. Booker higher than 29.5. He had 29.
Wow.
Vassell, higher than 19.5.
You won that one.
Points, rebounds, assists, won that one. Castle, higher than 13.5. He had 16. So the 2 red ones right there, by a half.
Wow. The hook got you, Minix.
It did.
Yeah, I love hearing gamblers cry.
I'm not. It's the way it is.
I usually cry.
Yeah.
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 When that hook gets you.
Yeah.
And it does get you.
Yeah.
It does.
I mean, man, if all that turns green, I could have been like Joe Burrow and bought a, well, no, not even close. I'm guessing you didn't watch Hard Knocks last night.
No, I thought about it, though.
It was awful.
For a second.
Yeah.
I don't know. I read something today that Mike Tomlin was really good.
Sure.
No?
I mean, I don't know.
Yeah.
It wasn't, no. It's extended highlights with a little behind-the-scenes coaching. Mike Tomlin saying Mike Tomlin type things. I'm good with that. But for the most part,
Yeah,
we'll talk
that
about it.
and the Emirates Cup, pretty much on the same level. No interest.
I don't know. I'd much rather watch Hard Knocks now that the Spurs are out of the Emirates Cup. I don't even know if we'll mention it again for the rest of the year.
Good.
And until we see somebody hang up a banner for winning that.
Yeah,
thing.
somebody will.
Yeah, we're not.
Well, at least the Lakers are out of it, aren't they?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
we'll
good.
have a new Emirates Cup champion. Absolutely. It is the Blitz here on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
You're locked on the Blitz with Jason and Joe. Afternoons 2 to 6. KTFM Floresville. And everywhere at sasportstar.com. 1, 2, 3, Cowboys! South Texas home of the Dallas Cowboys. 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. Monday night at 7:15. The Cowboys take center stage hosting the Cincinnati Bengals for Monday Night Football.
I like this kind of party.
Pregame starts after the Blitz at 6. Presented by AA Best Bail Bonds and Ewald Kubota.
This is all cooking. How about them Cowboys?
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. South Texas home of the Dallas Cowboys.
Don't let pain hold you back from living your best life. I'm Dr. Jason Garrett with Arasti. At Arasti, we're dedicated to providing fast, effective relief from pain. Whether you've been dealing with a chronic discomfort for years or have recently suffered an injury, our goal is to help you recover quickly. Our treatment is all natural, non-invasive, and covered by most insurance plans. With convenient locations nearby, relief is just a call away. Visit Arasti.com. That's AIRROSTI.com. Arasti, we fix pain fast.
There's never any FOMO with the iHeartRadio app. You won't ever have to miss out on your favorite shows and contests with this radio station again. Radio 24/7, 365. We're here when you want us. Stay connected and listen anywhere when you download the free iHeartRadio app.
Thanks to Total Wine, you saved more on all the gifts for the ones you adore. Wine, spirits, beers, all nestled on shelves.
Curbside pickup and delivery available, and the lowest prices for over 30 years only at Total Wine & More.
Drink responsibly, B21.
Shop Dell Technologies Cyber Monday event for their lowest prices of the year. The future is on sale today with limited time deals on select PCs like the XPS 16 that accelerate AI with Intel Core Ultra processors. Cyber Monday is their biggest sale of the year and the best time to upgrade, but it's only here for a limited time. Shop now at Dell.com/deals. That's Dell.com/deals.
Something magical happens when you unbox the best of British TV with BritBox. Stream acclaimed series starring Olivia Colman, Idris Elba, Sophie Turner, Matthew McFadden, and more of Britain's brightest talent. See what's inside, discover something remarkable, and uncover what perhaps you were looking for all along. Unbox BritBox and stream the best of British TV. Start your free trial at BritBox.com.
Hey, it's me, your liver. You know, the organ that helps you recover every weekend after pizza, donuts, and all those drinks. When you have a headache, you take an aspirin. You have a stomach ache, you pop an antacid. But where's the love for your best buddy, the liver? The least that you could do to help me stay healthy is take Active Liver from New Nordic. Active Liver tablets contain high-quality, all-natural ingredients like milk thistle, globe artichoke, and turmeric extracts, which are proven to keep me healthy and you feeling your best. Active Liver provides an easy daily detox and helps protect me all year long. So let me make you an offer you can't refuse. You take care of me with Active Liver, and I keep taking care of you. Capiche?
See for yourself why Active Liver is Scandinavia's #1 liver health supplement. You can find Active Liver at CVS and online at Amazon, Target.com, or directly from NewNordicUSA.com. Again, find it in stores at CVS or online at Amazon, Target.com, or NewNordicUSA.com.
Hey, this is Rob Thompson for Prize Picks. I got a question for you. Do you want to win 100 times your money? Well, Prize Picks can do it with as little as 4 correct picks. Let me tell you, if you're a fantasy player, you know the game. Put it to its use. use. Do you know James Cook's going to go off this week? How about Joe Burrow? Hey, let's talk about Pat Mahomes. Not quite the year, but you know how to play him. Is it more or is it less? You know the play. Just make your pick, and you can turn it to big money easy. And if you sign up today, you get $50 instantly when you play $5. You don't even need to win to receive the $50 bonus. It's guaranteed. PrizePicks puts their members first, so all the withdrawals are fast, safe, and secure. When my picks hit, and they often do, I can get my money in as quick as 15 minutes. Remember, download the app today and use the code Alamo. Get $50 instantly after you play your first $5 lineup. Pat Mahomes had a good day, but it was less, and I took it home. If you know it, go play it. PrizePicks. Run your game.
San Antonio's Sports Center.
National Signing Day today. The Longhorns have had a very big day. In fact, they're ranked number 1 according to 247 Sports. Included in that, 5-star athlete Michael Terry from Alamo Heights. Texas Aggies are ranked 8th according to 247 Sports. Other Aggie news, quarterback Connor Wegman is entering the transfer portal. He'll have 2 years of eligibility remaining, and Sincere McCormick is signed to the 53-man roster for the Raiders.
Guess what day it is?
Joe Reinagel.
That's the third time in 7 seasons, the San Antonio Spurs are the NBA champions.
Jason Minix.
They go back to big day as Super Bowl champions. Dallas 52, Buffalo 17.
It's the Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio's Sports Star.
Mike. What day is it, Mike? Hump day.
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 Yeah.
Here we go.
I love that camel. I do. You know what? I love that guy. He's a hell of a dude. Happy Hump Day, everybody.
Mm-hmm. Unless your name is Trevor Lawrence. He has been placed on IR.
Well, yeah. Because somebody tried to take his head off.
Yeah.
And that dude is appealing as, well, maybe not as we speak, but some point in time today. I would assume it would be roughly around this point in time of the day.
4 o'clock East Coast time. I don't know. Does he have to fly all the way to New York to go to the principal's office, or can he do that on Zoom?
Good question. Don't know the answer to that. I think it would be more, I mean, if you're that guy and what you're dealing with, I'd get on a plane.
Well,
you got a bye week, so.
And I wonder about, well, it's not like he has to go to work, and he can't go to work for 3 weeks, so, got to go somewhere. But with Trevor going on IR, he's going to miss at least 4 games. At least. The appeal is going on. Do you look at that and go game for game, and do you you're appealing 3? Guess what? You got 4 to match what Trevor's going to miss.
Well, the problem is, and I heard this earlier on ESPN, since the Texans have a bye week, the NFL is in no hurry to make a decision.
Sure.
So we may not hear. He's appealing today, stating his case, but we may not have an answer for another couple of days. So, and Pledge was telling me this, and I didn't really know that. I can't recall the dude's name, but he's actually
Reuben Foster.
Reuben Foster was a Pittsburgh Steeler. He played for the Steelers, but he grew up in Tennessee and is now part of the radio broadcast for the Tennessee Titans, which happens to be a rival of the Cleveland Browns. It's not the Cleveland Browns. The Houston Texans, sorry.
Yeah.
My bad. I don't know why I'm thinking the Cleveland Browns.
Because of Pittsburgh, maybe?
Maybe.
Sure. Who knows?
Anyway, they hate the Houston Texans, do the Tennessee Titans, and vice versa.
Do they?
Yeah, they do.
So much so they won't remember our name.
Exactly.
Yes. Yes, indeed.
Well, I have no animus towards the Houston Texans. It's the other way around. They think they own the Houston Oilers.
Well, they own the name. They should own the name.
No, they actually don't.
The Oilers should belong to the city of Houston.
It belongs to the team, which happens to be owned by the Adams family.
Again, I look at the Oklahoma City Thunder do not have the Seattle Sonics history. When Seattle gets another NBA team, they will be the Sonics and have that history. It should, I understand what you're saying, it should stay, though, within that city.
Well, it should.
I know what
and
the rules are.
The Houston Oilers should have stayed in that city.
Yeah, they should have.
But the donkey of a mayor at that time was being a real donkey.
Yeah. And the owner of the Oilers at the time, who was also Bud Adams, there was a pissing match.
All he wanted was a new stadium.
Oh, it's all. Just spend $1 billion on us, boss.
Well, they did that with the Houston Texans, did they not?
You know.
They did.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Let's do the headline blitz.
This is Jason and Joe's Headline Blitz. Two guys, two opinions, never enough time.
So last night, I don't know, 10-ish, whatever it might be. Spurs game is over, and I flip over to HBO, and I go find Hard Knocks. And I start watching Hard Knocks. And I can't give it a good review. It was, it was interesting, I guess. You see some team meetings. They all sound about the same. You got all the teams in the North going through stuff. And then really extended highlight packages is what it felt like. I didn't feel like I learned anything. And apparently the coolest part of it, I must have been so engaged in my solitaire game, I completely missed Joe Burrow showing up in the Batmobile.
You must have been.
Seriously, I do not remember seeing this part. It was, for Hard Knocks, this was pretty underwhelming for what I was expecting, knowing that they were supposed to give us more than what we normally get, and I did not. I did not get that out of episode 1 at all.
Well, you should probably watch another 2 or 3 episodes just to make sure.
Probably.
You should.
I mean, what else is on Tuesdays at 10?
Well, I don't know. Color bars?
Maybe.
I'm just saying.
I mean, it's better than that.
Oh, my gosh.
So,
Hard Knocks hasn't been good for a while.
Well, and I think Hard Knocks, has been good, but the content is no different than what we see on social media and all the other behind-the-scenes shows that are out there. So it's lost its ability to give us something we don't get anywhere else. It's not special anymore. And this edition was supposed to do that. Instead, they went, well, we don't have enough from one team so we'll try it with 4 teams. All right, cool. Man, Thanksgiving at the Haywards looked fantastic.
Oh, great.
Not really. I mean, Mike Tomlin is Mike Tomlin. Love that dude. But outside of that, I'm not there. And apparently Joe Burrow, I totally missed this last night watching this show. He bought one of those limited edition Dark Knight Batman trilogy cars.
Wow.
Yeah.
$3 million.
Is that all?
Yeah.
Called you up on Automobile.
Did you get it yet, though?
I don't get it for like a year, but I bought it.
That's gonna be crazy. That's gonna be crazy. You gotta go to the Ventures Batman when he had the ass eye thing on.
I think I gotta go all in and go for like the expensive bats.
The suit and all. That's gonna be funny as hell, though. I ain't gonna lie. That's gonna be hilarious. How about that with a cape on, bro?
What if I wore it to every game? I just wore the full bat suit, Batmobile to every game. If I go crazy on Halloween,
what? I mean, yeah.
Then
I would be like, yeah, whatever. Getting two, yeah.
507 touchdowns.
Yeah.
I wear it again.
I wear that in the club.
You gonna get lost in there? It's so dark in there.
Get out that Batmobile. Park
T
right
in the corner with the cape.
With the cape.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hey, didn't Dirk Diggler have one of those? What did Dirk Diggler?
I gotta admit, I totally did not register. I don't think I saw that part of it. And apparently that's and that's the best part of the show, apparently.
That's the highlight.
That's the highlight.
Yeah.
So if you didn't watch it, you didn't miss anything. And, or maybe, if you've been having trouble sleeping, just throw on Hard Knocks, and you're good.
Well, that's too bad. Because, look, I like Joe Burrow. I like the confidence, the arrogance of that dude. And he can back it up, too, which is cool. His team sucks, but he can back it up.
Uh-huh. So, while we're pooping on things, there's a headline out there that says the McDonald's of the future looks McMiserable. So McDonald's, they're redesigning in some of their newer locations, are very small, and I don't know if they look McMiserable, but they're getting rid of people, and you got to do everything yourself. Smaller, less space inside because most people get it to go. When was the last time you sat down in a McDonald's and ate?
I can't remember, but I don't remember the last time I went to a McDonald's to take it to go.
Well, I do, but you just might not remember for other reasons, and that was in California when we were driving back from Willie Nelson.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah,
that's right.
Exactly.
Uh-huh.
Went to one last week, the one over here.
Yeah?
Went inside because the drive-through line was really long.
Yeah?
They try and make you do everything yourself in there, and I'm never going back inside of one again.
Well, now, even at the drive-thru, according to this video of the future ones, it's not even a person that will take your money because it's a credit card. Swipe it, and then a machine will just hand you your bag.
It's a robot.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're going to put people out of business. What's weird, though, the Taco Bell close to our house, because my wife is a big fan of Taco Bell.
Mm-hmm.
I don't mind it either.
Yeah.
But you go in there, it's the same thing. You got to go to the kiosk and punch in what you want.
Yeah.
And it takes a lot longer to do that than just tell somebody that's standing there, hey, I want a burrito and a taco.
Well, and that was the problem with us coming back from the concert. Now, AJ was our designated driver. So he was the only sober guy in the group. The rest of us were trying to figure out what all we wanted, put it on the order, and, we're using the company credit card, so it all had to be on the same order. And then It's like, all right, so we got 6 Big Macs, 3, I want these. No pickle. It was just ridiculous trying to order off of that thing, especially in the state that we were in.
It's horrible. I don't like it. And they're going to that, obviously. Now, in the article about this, it's blaming today's generation. It's like a get off your lawn article.
Yeah.
That this is what people now want, and the technology and all of this kind of stuff, and that's what they're blaming this on. Because remember how McDonald's was? It was all wide open. You could see them cooking the
They don't want you to see what's going on back there anymore.
They don't want to see it.
They don't want you to see what's going on back there. But for the most part, I mean, I don't mind them being smaller stores because, when I've gone in, I got to do everything myself anyway, and I don't see people sitting in there eating. Everybody's getting things to go, and then you got the rack of all the DoorDash and Uber Eats people that are just going to pick up. So, less real estate, less building. I'm fine with that as long as it's more efficient, which is ultimately the goal.
But if it's being run by robots, if it's anything like their McFlurry machines, none of them are ever going to work.
Okay. Is it the McFlurry machines or just the milkshake machines? It's all the ice cream machines.
All their ice cream stuff.
Never works. Speaking of other things that sometimes work, sometimes doesn't. Yeah, today kind of feels like winter.
Well, it's going to feel like winter.
Well, it kind of feels like today's day one of it. It feels a little bit like winter.
All right.
Right?
All right. Kind of. Yeah.
Kind of. Is it good that I'm reading in the Express News today from the ERCOT guy? Headline, ERCOT says Texas, quote, in a pattern for a deep freeze that could boost likelihood of winter grid outages. All right. So, not a fan of this, but while remember the winter storm in 22, they called that winter storm Uri, U-R-I.
Uri.
Yeah, I didn't know that until today, right?
Wow.
Another storm like that is unlikely, but even a shorter span of extreme cold, like the one that hit the state around Christmas of 2022, would put grid outages at a 50% probability this January, according to new analysis by the Electric Reliability Council of Texas, ERCOT.
Okay. Now, 2022 was, almost 3 years ago, right?
Oh, I mean.
2 years ago.
Yeah, simple math.
Okay. I'm no genius. But you would think, I don't know, that you would fix that.
You've had a couple of years.
You've got 2 years to fix that, where it won't happen again. What am I missing here?
Got a 50-50 shot. It may or may not work. Now, the probability jumps to 80% if conditions were similar to the February 2021 statewide freeze known as Uri. It was responsible for statewide blackouts and at least 246 deaths.
Wow. Really? I didn't know that.
Mm-hmm. It's what it says in the San Antonio Express News.
Wow, that's horrible.
The ERCOT meteorologist named Chris Coleman says you can have a warm winter in Texas and have cold extreme, and that's becoming more frequent. That doesn't mean we're going to have Uri, but it does, again, say that we're in a pattern that supports something like a Uri this winter. And then you're going to tell me there's a 50-50 shot things aren't going to work?
Wow. Holy cow. Well, they better call my friends at Stevens Roofing, huh?
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, my goodness.
Mm-hmm.
You know, honestly, I don't understand that. And I don't know how long it takes to fix something like that or why we would have an issue. But if the grid was a disaster in 2021, which was the big freeze, right?
Yeah.
That was because I know it was in the middle of COVID.
I know, because I was stuck on a beach in Florida.
Yeah, that sucks.
It did not.
But so I don't understand how you're not fixing that, how it hasn't been corrected where we would have better odds than 50-50.
Yeah,
Again, I'm not the brightest bulb on the tree, but it just seems to me.
It's above my pay grade, but you guys didn't fix this? You guys didn't figure out a way? I mean, if you had told me, 20% chance we could have issues, okay. But 50-50, you're flipping a coin whether my house is going to stay heated or not, in your house and everybody else's house.
Luckily, my house never went out.
Mine either.
Wow.
But I was in Florida. Pledge couldn't get to my house.
So, but your house didn't go out?
No.
While you were gone?
No.
Wow.
No, my neighbor, Hal.
It's funny. My brother lives in the same neighborhood. His did.
Really?
Yes, it did.
Our house never lost power.
I only know that because they were coming to my house to take a shower. Craziness.
Yeah, we never lost power.
Well, I have a police station and a fire station not too far from my house, so I think that's what saved me.
Well, I think that's why we were supposedly good. I'm surprised your brother lost power.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, because even our other neighbor that works here in the building, she didn't lose power.
It was a pain in the ass having him come over and take a shower at my house.
I'm just glad he could get there. Pledge couldn't get to my house. He could have had all the food and, my dogs. Pledge was watching my dogs. I can't get there.
Poor dogs.
Well, neighbor Hal.
Oh.
Took care of everything.
Well, it's a good thing your power didn't go out.
No, power didn't go out.
Did Hal lose power?
No.
No.
He lives right next door.
Wow.
He ran out of food and then used mine, which is fine. I didn't care at that point.
Yeah, who cares? You're not there. You're on a beach in Florida.
I was on a beach in Florida, although.
You and Ted Cruz, huh?
No, he was in Mexico.
Oh, Mexico.
I was in Florida.
I got you.
Although our trip was planned long before the freeze. I didn't go, man, it's cold. I got to get the hell out of here. Screw this. Wow, my plan was all ready to go.
All right.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. A very different situation.
Okay. All right.
Then we were trying to come back for some ungodly reason.
Uh-huh.
No, dude, I booked flights every day. They kept canceling.
Yeah, well, it couldn't get here.
We couldn't get here.
Yeah.
Couldn't. I tried.
Too cold.
Yeah, planes aren't flying. But they were having problems because it was all over. If you remember, the hotel we were at, the price kept going higher and higher and higher.
Sure it did. Oh, wait, they're from Texas? Jack it up.
Well, all over the place. I mean, just all over Florida. People from Michigan, other states, and they couldn't get stuff because of transport. I mean, the hotel ran out of champagne. They had this free champagne every day in the afternoons, a happy hour. They ran out of that by Wednesday. It was like, well, this sucks. But we couldn't get home.
I wasn't here at that time. Who the hell did your show?
I have no idea.
You don't know?
Rob from the house?
I guess, yeah.
Maybe.
Wow.
I don't remember. RJ Ochoa, possibly. Who knows?
Wow. Interesting.
Who knows?
Yep.
It is the Blitz here on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. If you're a business owner, a manager, a club leader, as we're talking about those cold winter days in the grid, you want to make sure you've got your cold winter gear ready to go. Don't take a 50-50 shot at having your winter gear ready like the grid's at 50-50. Make that 100%. Get into Sammy's Embroidery and Printing down on San Pedro, because Sam has the winter line on display right now in his showroom. So you need your company logo on a nice jacket, a coat, half-zip, hoodie, beanie, whatever you need. Sam has the winter gear out. Now, all the big-name brands, North Face, Under Armour, Eddie Bauer, Nike, Travis Matthew, Port Authority, to name a few. Over 700 uniform lines to choose from, all kinds of industries, including, the winter uniforms that you might need. If you need caps done, Sam has over 25,000 caps and more than 75 color combinations on display in his showroom, including the popular Richardson 112 style trucker caps, the Katie caps, Nike Cap America, to name a few. Nobody has better prices. Sam is the only company in Texas with one-day turnaround. No order too small, certainly no order too big. All items do come with a warranty. Call 210-824-3900, 824-3900, or go by that massive showroom on San Pedro, 1 mile inside Loop 410, next to Big Lots across from McDonald's, or check the website samsembroidery.com for Sammy's Embroidery Club.
Hi, I'm Manny Jr. from Rock's Discount Vitamins. If you're looking to build muscle, strength, and boost athletic performance, check out our huge selection of anabolic pro-hormones. These powerful supplements provide your body with essential nutrients for muscle growth, faster recovery, fat loss, and even improved bone health and libido. Visit one of our 12 San Antonio locations or go online at rocksdiscountvitamins.com to learn more. That's rocksdiscountvitamins.com. We thank God and you for your continued support. rocksdiscountvitamins.com.
Not all pizza places are the same. Mellow Mushroom originated hand-tossed, stone-baked classic Southern pizza. Not in the mood for pizza? Order a calzone, hoagie, sandwich, burger, or a mellow salad and see how care goes into every item on the menu. Take your pick from 24 draft beers and or handcrafted cocktails. And many of the pizzas can be made gluten-free or vegan. Mellow Mushroom is at 1604 in Stone Oak Parkway. Hang with friends, watch the game, and mellow out at Mellow Mushroom.
Is reviewing life insurance on your to-do list? Now's the perfect time to add it. A friend recently told me that securing life insurance sooner rather than later can help you lock in lower rates for years to come. So I bumped this up on my list and got it done. I called SelectQuote and couldn't believe how easy and affordable life insurance is. I'm 40 and got a $500,000 policy for $16 a month. My husband's also 40 and his $500,000 policy was only $18 a month. Plus, with SelectQuote's same-day coverage, there was no medical exam required, and we were covered by the time we hung up. Knowing I have this checked off my list feels amazing, but the peace of mind knowing my family is protected feels even better.
Call SelectQuote at 1-800-694-1010. That's 1-800-694-1010. Or go to SelectQuote.com to get your free quote today. 1-800-694-1010. Details on example rate at SelectQuote.com.
Whether you're ordering wings for the game, whipping up a 7-layer dip, or ordering pizza, there's something about football that makes you want to eat. And this football season, Uber Eats has the best deals on game day food. No matter what you're craving, from 2-for-1 pizza to buy one, get one wings, Uber Eats will be dropping new deals each week, all season long. Uber Eats, official on-demand delivery partner of the NFL. Order now. Terms and conditions apply. See app for details.
Flight by Yuengling is the next generation of light beer. For those who don't follow trends, but craft them. Flight by Yuengling is 12 ounces of uncompromised refreshment from America's oldest brewery. With only 2.6 grams of carbs and 95 calories, this is premium refreshment 6 generations in the making. Don't just raise a glass, raise the bar. Flight by Yuengling. Available wherever beer is sold. DG Yuengling & Son Incorporated, Pottsville, Pennsylvania. Please enjoy responsibly.
Being arrested is embarrassing, humiliating, and potentially life-changing. If you want to rewrite the script on the worst night of your life, then you're going to need a stable of aggressive and skilled attorneys. I'm Gary Barton, owner of Barton & Associates, Attorneys at Law. We are here to get your life and reputation back. Visit TexasArrest.com or call 210-500-0000. That's 210-5-MILLION. As a former major crimes prosecutor, I've seen almost every type of arrest scenario play out. From small degree drug accusations to death penalty capital murders, I've handled almost every type of case the state of Texas can charge you with. At Barton & Associates, we know how to flip the script and get your life back on track. Call us at 210-500-0000. That's 210-5-MILLION. Or visit us at TexasArrest.com. That's TexasArrest.com. Barton & Associates, we are here to get your life and reputation back.
Principal Office, San Antonio.
Happy Hump Day.
Got a good Thursday night NFL game.
Really good one.
Might be the best game of the weekend, and it's on Thursday. So go to sasportstar.com, get your picks in for the week on our Pro Football Pick'em Challenge. Weekly winners, you get that gift card over to the Mellow Mushroom. At the end of the year, the local grand prize winner gets $1,000 worth of tickets from A-Awesome Tickets. So even if you're out of the running for that, and it looks like a runaway right now with our current leader, although one bad week, and that changes everything. But that weekly gift card to the Mellow Mushroom in play every week, even if this is going to be your first week trying. So get signed up, make your picks, play the Pro Football Pick'em Challenge at sasportstar.com.
We had a pretty good week this week. I think, would you, like 13?
14-2.
14. I was 13-3 on the Pro Football Challenge.
Mm-hmm.
So it was a good week.
It was.
Yeah.
I don't know how much ground I made up.
Well, doesn't matter. It's not about that.
Might be for me.
Well, you're not going to beat anybody. I'm just saying.
What do you mean? I'm way ahead of you.
Well, that's what I'm saying. It's pride between the three of us in here. Yeah.
Yeah.
Had a good prime picks week too, by the way. I'm just saying.
You did. You gained a whole game on.
I did. Well, you got to start somewhere.
Well, sure.
Got to walk before you can run, Minix.
Mm-hmm. True. Are you gonna still try to tell me the?
It's early.
It's early.
I got 5 weeks left.
Mm-hmm.
It's early.
Mm-hmm. We're gonna do prime picks tomorrow instead of Friday.
Well, because we got to get that big game in.
Well, then you're going to Vegas.
Well, that too. But Detroit and Green Bay, I mean, man, that's a monster.
It is a monster.
Amazon's got to be very happy about that.
I would imagine. I would imagine. It's going to be a good game. And, college football Saturday, well, we got conference games on Friday as well, conference championship games. Saturday, though, is going to be incredible. One of those days, unless you're going and go to the UIW game, 1 o'clock, Benson Stadium. In fact, their coach, Killough, is going to join us coming up at 5:15. We're going to talk about this game. Fun football. But if you're not at Benson, this is one of those, you want to be, I don't know, a place like the Rue Pub somewhere or just on your couch, and you're not going to do anything but sit there and watch football all day long. It's one of those. All these conference championship games, the matchups all look incredible. Sometimes you get to a championship game and you go,
yeah.
I can't say that about this weekend's games.
I am looking forward to this Saturday's games. And, all of them. I'm a big SMU fan. I hope they beat Clemson.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, that Texas-Georgia game is going to be fantastic.
Hook 'em.
Yeah, so it's
Arizona State.
And
the Big 12 championship.
They're playing Iowa State, right?
Yeah, they are.
Yeah.
They are.
That should be a good game, too.
And if the idea that there was an email sent over for, I don't know, see if we're allowed to talk about this, but I look at, like, Arizona State, Colorado could be in play for the Valero Alamo Bowl. Iowa State, BYU are in play for the Big 12 side of the Valero Alamo Bowl. And so you look at the Arizona State-Iowa State game, is the winner goes to the playoffs and the loser goes to San Antonio.
Ah, wow. Huh.
If I'm reading that right, that's likely the scenario.
Interesting. Well, either way, San Antonio wins. I mean, two solid schools. So
all of them. I mean,
Yeah.
it's just weird because you've got the idea that you could have Big 12 versus Big 12, although, Pac-12 is the Pac-12 legacy, which is going to be either Arizona State or Colorado.
Well, it's interesting, though, too, because this was grandfathered in since the Pac-12 dissolved so quickly.
Yes.
I wonder what the Alamo Bowl is going to do next year, because obviously they don't have a Pac-12 to pick from.
I think it's similar until their contract with the Pac-12 is up. There's Pac-12 legacy as they try to figure all this stuff out.
Interesting.
I mean, we could always make a call and get somebody on to talk about it, but,
Sure.
It's a possibility. Possibility. The new rankings created, obviously, a lot of controversy last night, which I think is all that it's supposed to do at this point in time. But
the conspiracy theorists are out, though. I'll tell you that.
Well,
and, there's one reason why.
Lane Kiffin?
Alabama.
Well,
the hell are they doing in there?
Well, I mean, they're in. Ole Miss out. Miami out. So
there's your travesty right there. Miami, what, 2 losses?
Two losses.
Alabama's got how many?
3.
Yeah, thank you.
But it's who they've lost to and
doesn't matter.
Well, I mean,
doesn't matter. They've got 3 losses. Against 2. To me, that wins.
Ole Miss has 3.
Yeah. They shouldn't be in. I'm okay with that.
It's interesting. Although, boy, you look at the rankings, the fact that you can have both Boise State and SMU hosting.
Wow.
And getting the first round bye. That's kind of crazy.
Yeah.
And what I do like is the way they ranked them, at least last night, we don't get like Big Ten and SEC matchups in the first round. You get some very non-traditional matchups that look good, although it doesn't matter. Play the games on Saturday, then we'll talk about it next week.
Well, what's interesting about that, if the scenario plays out the way that they have it in there, Texas could end up with Georgia for a 3rd time.
Yes.
Which is nuts. That's nuts.
We'll see.
Yeah.
It's the way it is. Let's talk more about it coming up with Bob Ballou. His thoughts on the projected bracket and, of course, the SEC championship game. Texas, Georgia, happening this Saturday. Bob Ballou joins us next year on the Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. TSAOG Orthopedics and Spine is excited to announce a partnership that is revolutionizing access to care for orthopedic patients. It's called the HURT app, and it provides free 24/7 access to orthopedic expertise. HURT is the app to have before you need it. Don't wait for an injury to happen before you download it. Download HURT now for free, fast virtual access to orthopedic specialists. Especially you've got like the marathon happening this weekend. Download that HURT app. Find it in the App Store and Google Play. Learn more about it online, as well as the Ortho Now Injury Clinic. Go to TSAOG.com. That's TSAOG.com.
It's the Morning Huddle with A.J. Hoffman and Rob Thompson.
Thursday on the Morning Huddle, Week 14 begins. Yeah, we got football tonight. We'll get you ready for it.
And a huge night of college hoops to discuss. And what are the Spurs going to do next? It is the Morning Huddle. We started here at 6.
It's the Morning Huddle with A.J. Hoffman and Rob Thompson. Morning 6 to 10 on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Want to win the holidays? Ulta Beauty has the hottest beauty gifts your family and friends actually want. I'm talking beauty gifts they'll be obsessed with, like wow-worthy exclusives from Tarte, Charlotte Tilbury, and Clinique that everyone will rave about, and luxurious fragrances from YSL, Valentino, and Ariana Grande. Of course, when in doubt, you can never go wrong with a gift card. Super thoughtful, yet super easy. Visit Ulta Beauty today to get all the best gifts for everyone on your list.
If you're tired of drinking the same old beer, good news for you, friends. Karbach Brewing has you covered. They've got something for everybody in their lineup. No matter what you like, they can improve on what you've been drinking. Whether it's a Hopadillo, a Love Street, or a Crawford Bock, they've got something for everybody. And Karbach has one of the leading IPAs in San Antonio, Hopadillo IPA, an iconic Texas IPA packed with the bitterness of hops from around the world that the hop monster craves. And one of Karbach's leading brands, the top seller in San Antonio, in fact, is the Love Street Blonde. It's a state of mind, a San Antonio state of mind. It's a Kolsch-style blonde, hopped delicately with floral German hops. This beer has the clean malt profile that you're looking for. And if you're used to drinking cerveza, they've got that as well. The Karbach Cerveza Especial is right for you. Like I said, something for everybody. And when you're in Houston, make sure you go check out the brewery, check out all the beers they have on tap. But while you're here in San Antonio, you want to try something new, why don't you try out a Karbach?
If you're thinking about a compact tractor and you want the best, you can afford a Kubota. Hi, I'm John Ewald with Ewald Kubota. Come into one of our 11 locations and check out the new Kubota L2502 package deal, including a four-wheel drive tractor with hydrostatic transmission, a front loader, a rear mower, a box blade, and a trailer, all for one low price. With a deal this good, you can afford a Kubota from Ewald Kubota. From the Ewald family to yours, Merry Christmas.
Accomplishing goals is hard, but when your goal is to learn a new language, Babbel makes it easy. Babbel is designed with you in mind. From expert-created lessons to conversational video units and even live classes, you can personalize your Babbel experience to be exactly what you need to really learn a new language more easily. Go ahead, set a goal for yourself. Accomplish it with Babbel. Try Babbel for free. Go to babbel.com. That's babbel.com.
George gets justice. At George Salinas Injury Lawyers, they don't just represent you, they fight for you. When life throws its toughest challenges, George and his team are there to get you the justice you deserve. And here's their promise: you don't pay unless they win your case. With a proven track record of success, they take every case personally. Call George Salinas Injury Lawyers today at 210-225-0909 or visit getgeorge.com. George gets justice. Getgeorge.com.
If you love to travel, Capital One has a rewards credit card that's perfect for you. With Venture X, earn unlimited double miles on everything you buy and turn everyday purchases into extraordinary trips. Plus, receive premium travel benefits like access to over 1,300 airport lounges where you just check in and chill out. Open up a world of possibilities with Capital One. What's in your wallet?
Terms apply. Lounge access is subject to change. See CapitalOne.com for details.
Thanks to Total Wine, you saved more on all the gifts for the ones you adore. Wines and beers all nestled on shelves. Got some advice from our helpful elves. Oh, so many gifts to explore when you go to Total Wine and more. Bottles so delightful, whoa. Priced so amazingly low.
With the lowest prices for over 30 years, you'll always find what you love and love what you find. Only at Total Wine and More.
Drink responsibly, B21.
Before you fire up that grill, get into Tri-County Meat Market, because that great meal starts with great meat. Locally owned and full service, Tri-County has everything you need to up your grilling game. Steaks, beef ribs, pork ribs, their seasoned fajitas, chicken, poppers. Tri-County has what you need with the quality you expect. You can always take advantage of their Pick 5 special, and they always offer a 10% discount for military and first responders. 2 locations on Ralph Fair Road and on Heebner, online at tricountymeat.com.
What's that? 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star, South Texas home of the NFL. Monday night, Thursday night, and Sunday night football. Presented locally by Flight by Yingling, the next generation of light beer. 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
It is the Blitz here on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. He's Joe Reinagel. I'm Jason Minix. What a week. What a day for the Texas Longhorns. As we sit right now, according to 247 Sports, #1 signing class. The #1 athlete in the country from Alamo Heights, Michael Terry. He's going to join us coming up at 4:15. Thought we were going to talk to him earlier in the show. Whatever, connections. You just called, but we can't take you right now because we got Ballou.
We got Ballou.
So Michael Terry will join us coming up at 4:15 because it is time to bring in Ballou, our Longhorn insider, on the Buyers Barricades guest line from KI Television in Austin. Bob, but before we get started on everything with the A&M game, Adam from KSAT 12 sent me a picture from the media room at Kyle Field and says, ask Bob about the tiny media room at Kyle Field. And he sent a photo. And Bob, it looks like you're pressed against the wall and crying in this photo, wiping tears from your eyes. Why?
It's a great question. Why was I crying? I think it's because Mizzou didn't make the playoff.
Okay.
I just found out the bad news.
I can see that.
Yeah, that was a we were actually having the conversation of what the worst media rooms we've been in our time, and Houston was by far number one last year. We had about a quarter of the space that we had for Texas A&M the other night, but it was bad. It was definitely bad. That is. But I mean, listen, when you go on the road, that's the price you pay for going on the road. I mean, the setups aren't great, and that's how those guys do it. But no, listen, you guys called it. I was wrong on the line on it. I did think A&M would keep that game a little closer. I think one of you, I can't remember which one it was. One of you called a 10-point win.
Yeah, that would me. Yeah.
Yeah, so I figured it was Joe.
I said 27-13.
Well, and look, Texas tried to keep it closer, I think, or A&M, could have. It was a weird game.
Listen, I will never understand Mike Elko's decision to go for it on 4th and 1 from the 1. It just makes no sense, and because you got the chance to get it to a one-score game and put even more pressure on Texas and all that. But on top of it, and he even said this after the game, he mentioned, I'm sure you guys ran the by where he said they physically annihilated us. But the bigger point in that was he said, our running backs averaging 1.6 yards per carry. Then why are you running that play? What are you doing running with your guys averaging 1.6 yards per carry? Don't run that play. And the play that they ran was even worse. I mean, the guard pulled. Like, you're not on the 35. You don't have time for your guard to pull, especially against the defense that's that physical. And then they just, it was very baffling. But, so they don't. They more or less that ends the game. But I will say this: for the first 2.5 quarters of the game, I thought Texas' approach was as perfect as anything they could have asked for. If Bert Auburn kicks that field goal right before the half, you're up 20-0 at the half. And you get the ball to start the second half. They got the ball to start the second half. They didn't score. But when you start turning the ball, that's where Texas has gotten in trouble this year, is when they turn the ball over. And for all the people that talk about, the Arch Manning dynamic that comes into the offense when he's at quarterback, that what you see of him throwing the ball, I'm talking about everything in general, UTSA and Mississippi State, when we got to see him play real games. That whole dynamic really is not what Texas needs right now. And because this defense is so good that the opportunity to just punt the ball away and get it down inside the 10 or 15 and make a team go 85 yards, maybe they do once or twice. But they're not going to do it consistently. Texas has struggled this year, like against Georgia, when Georgia gets the ball in Texas territory and they start a drive at the 5. Like, those have been Texas' biggest struggles defensively this year. So, Quinn has not been – to me, Quinn has not been right for most of this year. He's not who we saw against Alabama last year. He's not who we saw against Oklahoma State. Even Washington in the playoff game, he ran the ball. He threw it pretty well. He hasn't been that guy this year. Whether injuries have something to do with that or not, I don't know. They've said they don't, so I take them at their word. But Texas needs Quinn to be a game manager right now. And they need to not turn the ball over. And some of the tip passes are unlucky. The fumble's a great play by A&M as Quinn's going down. But they can't turn it over. Whether it's Quinn or Jaden Blue fumbling or whatever it is, that's their Achilles heel. And it's pretty obvious. If they don't turn the ball over, they're great. Their defense is elite, and they're going to win a lot of games. So I think if you've watched all 12 of these games, you kind of know the key now. So when they play Georgia on Saturday in the SEC Championship game, don't turn it over. I know you're going to have to take shots. You're going to take chances, like whatever. Don't turn the ball over, and I think you'll be in good shape.
Well, it sounds real easy, Bob. We just don't turn the ball over.
Right?
And when look, and I said this too, and caught some heat. I was very disappointed with Texas in that second half, and I'll tell you why. That game should have been 35-0. Texas was that much better than Texas A&M. A&M didn't belong on the same field with Texas that night. I don't care who gets pissed off at that. It's a fact. And the Texas left them in that game. And Mike Elko's stupidity on that fourth down play, I'm not mad at him going for it. I'm okay with that. But you haven't been able to run the ball up the middle all night, and you think you're going to be able to do it that time? That was just the dumbest play I've ever seen. That game should have been over it was over at halftime until Texas started giving the ball away and left A&M in the football game.
Yeah, and to that point, I mean, even if you kick 2 field goals right there, it's 23-0 or 26-0 or whatever the score is. Like, you just can't turn it over, and you especially can't turn it over in the red zone. And a 93-yard pick six. I mean, those are the things that get you beat. And Texas overcame it, and they have, their second halves have not. That's been a struggle too, of finding a way to put games away, put the ball in the end zone at times. So yeah, I mean, there's a lot to love about this Texas team. There really is. They're 11-1, obviously. They've done a lot of the right things, but when they get into these big games like against Georgia, and maybe it rears its ugly head again this Saturday, they've just got to be smarter when they're in those positions. So it's an issue. I think there's no doubt it's an issue. They did a great job catching A&M off guard by throwing Arch Manning in on 4th and 2, but then after that, it didn't work the next 3 times they did it. So, there's going to be that creativity is great, but you've got to continue to find ways to be more creative. And they talked about this week. Sark said, we're going to run stuff Saturday against Georgia we haven't run all year, because you have to have wrinkles in your offense and things that the other team hasn't seen to be able to win these games, especially as they go into the SEC Championship and then the playoffs.
Bob Ballou from KI Television in Austin joining us here on the Blitz. He's our Longhorn insider, and you just said they've got to be smarter against Georgia. Now, they're going to be the home team in Atlanta, right? But what, aside from being smarter and not turning the ball over, obviously some different wrinkles, but what can they do differently Saturday to beat Georgia? Because you watch Georgia, whether it was the game against Georgia Tech, which was incredible, dumb way to decide overtime, by the way, but we have not seen Georgia look like the Georgia team all year except for the team that beat UT up in Austin.
Isn't that weird? Yeah, and maybe to me that's like been the most bizarre thing, and that I'm trying to figure out, was the Texas game a fluke for Georgia? Or was because Georgia just hasn't looked like the Georgia we all expected this year. Was that the fluke, or was the fluke that maybe they're just a team that's going to play big games because they know they're good enough to get in the playoff without having to do that stuff? Because, I mean, look at some of their, like the Kentucky game, they win 13-12 on the road. They've done it time and time again. They've lost. I mean, they just got pummeled by Ole Miss in a obviously a little bit of rain, a little bit of whatever, but they lost that game 28-10. Texas has the ability to do that to them this weekend. That's not like something that's out of the question, but it goes back to some of those things we were just talking about. The reason they were down 23-0 at the half in Austin was because they gave Georgia all the short fields they could find, and also their offense was atrocious. They didn't run the ball, and I think that's been a big difference. This last month, that's something that Sark has – they talked about this after the A&M game. Really at the beginning of November, Sark challenged this team and its running game. And he said, you guys have got to be consistent. We've got to find where that is. Well, they found it in Quintravion Wisner. He's been unbelievable. 158 yards against Kentucky, 33 carries and 186 yards against Texas A&M. And I think what you're finding that is really interesting about this Texas running game, and the other side of it is, they aren't going to pop off a 75-yard touchdown. Now, Jaden Blue had one against Texas Tech last year, but that's pretty much the only one. They don't. That's not their ability. I think Quintravion Wisner's longest run against A&M was 22 yards, but he had a 22, a 17, a 16, a 15, a 12, a 10. Like he gets big runs, big bursts of runs, and that changes everything. Texas ran for 29 yards against Georgia. So if they're going to beat Georgia this time, Quintravion Wisner's going to have to be big. The running game's going to have to be big. Maybe it's Jaden Blue popping off a run here or there, but the running game's going to have to be big if they're going to be able to beat Georgia. And I wouldn't be surprised. Again, we saw it against A&M a little bit, gimpy ankle and all, to see Quinn Ewers run the ball again this week. I think that's going to have to be something They're going to have to be wrinkles somewhere, and I think that might be one of them that we see. 4 or 5 carries for 20 yards, 30 yards could make a huge difference for Texas on Saturday.
Well, I thought that was interesting, that $6 million man ankle bracelet he had on, or whatever the hell that was. I thought that was pretty cool. But, Bob, I got to be honest with you, and to Sark's credit, he figured it out. But early in that game, I was wondering what the hell he was doing. Texas was so much more physical than Texas A&M, and Sark figured that out, and he finally started running the football and beating A&M in the trenches. But he starts the game out with these little wide receiver screen passes, and I'm going, that weren't working, by the way. And I didn't understand that. But he did finally figure that out. And I think for Sark, I don't know if you can just over-physical Georgia like they were able to do against Texas A&M. So maybe that other stuff comes into play. But it just seems the strength of that team is that offensive line and that running game. And I hope that they stick with that Saturday afternoon.
And I think that's another really interesting thing that you bring up there, because this offensive line was humiliated, against Georgia in mid-October. And so I think they've got a lot to prove. Kelvin Banks' ankle is a huge question mark. But what we saw Saturday night is where the direction of this program, and you see it getting better, is Trevor Gooseby comes in. He has barely played since he's been here. He's got to go fill in for, the possible – national winner of some of these awards and All-American and a top 5 pick in Kelvin Banks, and nothing changes. They ran the ball right at A&M. Gooseby was really good. I think he had 1 false start penalty, but otherwise was really good. And I think that's where, again, we've talked about this a lot, that when you get depth at your positions, that's when your program changes. That's what's happened with Texas. But I think this offensive line is going to really feel like it has something to prove Saturday because of what happened in mid-October. When you run for 29 yards, and the running game has to be a strength of your team for your offense to go. It'll be really interesting to see what they are able to do Saturday. I can't get over what Quintravion Wisner's done, to go from being a freshman last year that was the 5th string running back and just absolutely worked his butt off to be a special teams star. And everybody was like, damn, this kid really works hard. They go into camp, Cedric Baxter gets hurt, Christian Clark gets hurt. Now all of a sudden Trey Wisner's your second running back behind Jaden Blue, and then Jaden Blue starts fumbling, and you're like, where's the consistency in our running game? Well, you give it to Quintravion Wisner, and all of a sudden it's working. So that's been really impressive, I think, from Texas, but they're going to have to run the ball Saturday to have a chance against Georgia.
It's going to be interesting, and again, to beat a team twice is difficult. The potential that they could play Georgia 3 times this year, if you go with what we saw last night, if that were to play out. I look at, I know it's a made-for-TV show. Last night I felt like the committee just wanted to create chaos and conversation.
It's very possible. But I also think they know the results of this weekend are going to help them finalize that bracket. Maybe I'm wrong on this, but I really don't believe in the end, even if they have to say we're going to drop Georgia to 6, I just don't see a scenario where they're going to create Texas-Georgia in the quarterfinal. Maybe they do. Maybe I'm end up being wrong on this. Maybe they've told us all along what they're going to do. But I just think, you have to rank the teams where you rank them and where you think they go, but I just am hard-pressed to believe they're going to make those teams go to the Sugar Bowl and play a quarterfinal game when they've already played a regular season game. They were the 2 best teams in the SEC, and now you're going to make them play again in a quarterfinal when there's a good chance they could end up being, they're the first and second best teams in the country. Who knows? But I don't know. We'll see. Again, it has to play out this weekend. If Texas wins, I'm 99% sure that they know they're going to the Sugar Bowl on New Year's Eve or New Year's Day, whichever game that is, and they get 24 days off to get healthy. If they lose that game, they've got a game in 12 days. So there is, for as much as everybody's like, it doesn't really matter if you win this weekend. You're in the playoff. That's all that matters. Well, you win an SEC championship in your first year. You get a bye into the first year of this four week playoff. There's a lot riding on the line for a team that could really use 24 days to get healthy and be ready to go when the quarterfinal comes around, versus turning around, having to host a home game against a fired up, who knows what that team is. What if it's, we were joking about all the possibilities, but how about Texas SMU and Austin? there are just things that could happen that you're like, this could be insane. So I will say one thing for Steve Sarkisian. From day one last year, when they knew that the Big 12 championship was something they could do, his whole goal was, I don't care about the college football playoff Final Four. Win the Big 12 championship and everything else will fall into place. And he stayed to that this year. This is an important game for them this weekend. If they win this game, they win the SEC championship in their first year in this league. That's saying a lot. And it's been Sark's talk to this team. You worry about this week, and next week will take care of itself. You worry about the SEC championship, the playoff will take care of itself. And he's been right. You know, they go 11-1. If they win the SEC championship, they're going to get a bye into the playoffs. So he's gone about this the right way. He's gone about everything in this program the right way. They're going to have the number one recruiting class. They're going to be competing in the SEC championship. Like, all these things are all coming to fruition because of what the work Steve Sarkisian's put in to building this program. And 4 years in, you're seeing every last bit of it pay off for this program.
And you know what the best thing about it is, and I'll tell you this, Bob, is that how pissed off everybody is that Texas comes into the SEC and has a chance to win an SEC championship, and I think it's fantastic.
Yeah, it's great. And again, we can go back and talk about the schedule or anything else. None of it is on Texas. They're just here to do what they can do, and that's what's in front of them, and go play the defending national champion in their house and play your rivals on the road and win all of it. And you know, that's what they've done, and now they've put themselves in great position heading into this weekend.
So when do you head to Atlanta?
Ha!
Can I ask you, hang, Bob, do you have AOL email? What the hell is that noise? I just keep waiting to hear you've got mail.
That's my work email. I apologize.
I mean, are you serious? You guys still run AOL there at KI?
It's a bunch of San Antonio people on AOL Messenger trying to tell me what to say, and what I'm supposed to talk to you guys about.
Damn, Adam at KSAT.
I figured you guys would be the welcoming crew. Our flight is at 7:00 out of San Antonio tomorrow morning. So
yeah, I'll be there, Bob, with a cup of coffee waiting.
Well, you own breakfast tacos.
I own breakfast tacos?
That's right. Yes, you guys do. I forgot about that.
They got great breakfast tacos, by the way, at that. What's that place?
What, in the airport?
Yeah, what is that place we always end up at?
Are you flying Southwest?
I'm flying Delta.
No, well,
so you're in the other
screwed,
terminal.
yeah.
They got to get breakfast tacos over there as well. They're like $18, but it's the airport.
I'll get some and charge them to you guys.
Yeah, just put it on our bill.
Pledge will get it.
We'll be leaving Austin around 3 a.m. or 3:30 and pulling in about 5, getting on the flight, going to Atlanta. We got a 30-minute special tomorrow night, and then working Friday, Saturday, and come back Sunday. So if you can't make it tomorrow morning, come on back Sunday. We'll see you guys at the airport, welcoming crew then. Either way, I know you guys will be there because you care, and that's all I can really ask.
Sure, we'll be there.
Mm-hmm. just know when we're not there, we still care.
We still care, Bob.
We care.
That's perfect.
Have fun.
Y'all are the best.
Yeah.
Y'all are the best.
Appreciate you, Bob.
We'll do. We'll talk. I don't know. We do this next week?
Yeah.
Yes,
okay.
Have fun.
I didn't know if this was in either way. If they're not playing, I didn't know if we were going to recap an SEC championship win, or if we're going to.
Yeah.
It's always nice to do that.
It's always good to talk to you, Bob, about anything. We can talk Christmas presents. It doesn't matter.
Let's do it. I'm in.
Okay.
Yeah.
We'll do
it. All right. Good stuff. All right. Go read your AOL.
We'll do. My Netscape's crashing. I got to go.
Mm-hmm.
See you, Bob.
Bob Ballou from KI Television on the Buyers Barricades guest line, where they provide traffic control, rental, and sales from San Antonio and beyond online at buyersbarricades.com. The first one. Second one, what the heck?
Yeah, what is that?
Dude, that's just, it sounds like AOL. I haven't heard that in a long time.
I know it. What
was that, Tom Hanks movie?
Yeah.
You've got mail.
You've got mail. I used to love that thing. I had one of those. You didn't have one?
AOL?
AOL? And it'd dial up like all that goofy noise.
Well, it's dial-up internet.
It was a goofy noise it would make.
Connected.
Yes.
God, I love technology.
Oh, me too. Yeah.
Michael Terry, #1 athlete in the country, committed today to the Texas Longhorns. He'll join us coming up in about 15 minutes here on the Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Riding 1604 with the Blitz.
On the road again. Just can't wait to get on the road again.
Afternoons 2 to 6. KTFM Floresville. And everywhere at sasportstar.com. 1, 2, 3, Cowboys! South Texas home of the Dallas Cowboys. 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. Monday night at 7:15. The Cowboys take center stage hosting the Cincinnati Bengals for Monday Night Football.
I like this kind of party!
Pre-game starts after the Blitz at 6. Presented by AA Best Bail Bonds and Ewald Kubota.
This is all cooking. How about them Cowboys?
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. South Texas home of the Dallas Cowboys.
It's time to huddle up and listen close. For 2024, we pay tribute to a true game changer in the world of snacks, the unrivaled, the unbeatable, the pork rind. Yes, it's crunch time, and we're not just talking about the last few nail-biting minutes of the game. We're talking about a snack so audaciously crunchy, it puts those pretentious chips and pretzels to shame. So here's to you, Southern Recipe Pork Rinds, for being more than just a crunch. Southern Recipe Pork Rinds. It's crunch time. Find your rind at H-E-B.
Want to win the holidays? Ulta Beauty has the hottest beauty gifts your family and friends actually want. I'm talking beauty gifts they'll be obsessed with. Like wow-worthy exclusives from Tarte, Charlotte Tilbury, and Clinique that everyone will rave about. And luxurious fragrances from YSL, Valentino, and Ariana Grande. Of course, when in doubt, you can never go wrong with a gift card. Super thoughtful, yet super easy. Visit Ulta Beauty today to get all the best gifts for everyone on your list.
Hey guys, it's AJ from the Morning Huddle. Between us, when you hit a certain age, things start to feel a little off, right? You're tired all the time, your energy's low, maybe even your drive isn't what it used to be. And a lot of that comes down to testosterone, and trust me, it can happen to the best of us. That's where Game Day Men's Health comes in. They know how we feel, and they make it easy. Game Day Men's Health is over there on Bassey Road, across from the quarry. Their office has a relaxed man cave vibe, and they've built a 3-step process that's quick and designed just for us. First, get your T levels checked. Free testosterone test at their in-house lab. Then, you meet with a licensed provider to create a customized plan. And finally, you'll get those fast weekly treatments. After a month, you're going to notice a difference. More energy, better mood, and a kick in your libido. Don't settle. Be the best version of yourself. Call Game Day Men's Health, 210-900-3691. That's 210-900-3691. Feel better, be better at Game Day.
I got a line.
He got a line.
She got a line.
We got 4 lines. Cricket Nation. Cue finger guns. Really easy. Super stress-free. 5G so fast. Like blazing fast. Games and memes. You'll have a blast. You can get fast 5G across 4 lines. You can get fast 5G across 4 lines. As we discussed, take it from us. We 4 are one. Cricket Nation.
And only $25 a line. Welcome to more lines. Welcome to Cricket Nation. Smile. You're on Cricket.
Cricket 5G requires a compatible device and is not available everywhere. Discount varies by line. Fees may apply. Terms and restrictions apply. See cricketwireless.com for details.
Is your everyday congestion preventing you from enjoying life's big moments? Try Vicks Sinex Saline today and get yourself back in the action. Vicks Sinex Saline instantly clears everyday congestion with a gentle ultrafine mist. Sinex Saline's drug-free, no-mess formula instantly moisturizes and soothes dry, irritated nasal passages for quick and effective relief. Get back to enjoying life's big moments to the fullest without having to worry about everyday congestion holding you back. Just Sinex, breathe, use as directed.
In Texas, your spouse can claim alimony after just 10 years of marriage. Do you know your countdown? I guarantee she does. I'm Gary Barton, owner of Barton & Associates, attorneys at law. If you're considering divorce, it's absolutely crucial to understand your options right now. Don't let alimony catch you off guard. Protect what you've built and secure your hard-earned assets. Visit TexasDivorce.com. At Barton & Associates, we focus on navigating the complexities of divorce law to ensure you're not left vulnerable. Divorce is tough, but you have a choice. Take control of the process or allow your spouse to dictate the terms. If you're serious about safeguarding what you have built and your financial future, Barton & Associates is the team for you. We'll act swiftly and decisively, ensuring that you're not taken advantage of. Call Barton & Associates at 210-500-0000. That's 210-5-MILLION. Or visit TexasDivorce.com. That's TexasDivorce.com.
Principal Office, San Antonio.
San Antonio's Sports Center.
Well, we just got this news that Miami's Cam Ward has been named the ACC Player of the Year and the Offensive Player of the Year. Of course, Ward played at UIW for a couple of seasons. Former Judson Rocket and UTSA star Sincere McCormick, he's been signed to the 53-man roster for the Las Vegas Raiders. And the Spurs are out of the NBA Emirates Cup, means they've got 2 more games, one on the road in Portland, the other at home against Minnesota.
SportsCenter is brought to you by Buyers Barricades, the Texas authority in barricade rental. BuyersBarricades.com.
Guess what day it is?
Joe Reinagel.
That's the 3rd time in 7 seasons. The San Antonio Spurs are the NBA champions.
Jason Minix.
They go back to big day as Super Bowl champions. Dallas 52, Buffalo 17.
It's the Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio's Sports Star.
Mike. What day is it, Mike? Hump day.
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 Here we go. Day.
Hump day.
Yeah.
That was weird. My
Hump
goodness.
Day.
Wow.
Happy Hump Day, everybody.
You know what makes this Hump Day better than most?
What's that?
Well, and again, our great people that watch and comment on our YouTube channel informed us earlier that today is also National Cookie Day.
Yes, it is.
And that led earlier in the show to a debate about cookies, Oreo cookies specifically, on this National Cookie Day. And Ryan went down to the convenience store because somebody said, you need to try, Reinagel, the golden Oreos, which you had never heard of. I had seen them, but I've never tried one. But we were told on our YouTube that these here would change our lives.
Change our lives.
That's what it said in the comments on YouTube.
Oreos.
Well, I've never tried one.
I haven't either.
But we now have a package in front of us. Now, fortunately, Ryan also got us the regular Oreos.
Of course he did.
Yes.
Because that's what I wanted.
Well, but you...
He didn't bring any milk, though.
You have to try one of these golden Oreos.
Oh, my gosh.
What do you mean, oh, my?
Somebody said it would change our lives. They really did.
It's going to change our lives.
We'll see if it changes my life.
Yeah.
I have the golden Oreo in my hand here. And that's not peanut butter in there, is it?
I don't know. It's the
normal. Somebody tricking me here with a peanut butter.
Why do you hate peanut butter?
I'm sorry, what?
Maybe we shouldn't try these at the same time.
That's pretty good.
That is good. Not gonna lie.
No, it didn't change my life. This time, is supposed to be something happen, like coming over me, or I don't know, like a lightning bolt and zap me and
do you have a
my
new
life?
favorite? Now, I've got a regular Oreo. Yeah, you can have those. I'm saying with
Well,
the
that's
regular.
what I'm saying, and give me one of those.
What
will you?
do you mean?
I want an Oreo, a real one.
What you got a whole.
I'm not doing that.
What? It didn't change your life?
I appreciate the fact that y'all like these golden Oreos, but I'm sorry. It does not beat the original, which is typically the case, right? The original is always best.
Yeah, the chocolate ones are far better.
And without a doubt.
Now, what I find interesting is I look at the sandwich cookies, as they're called. I've never noticed that before on a package.
Sure use some milk, though.
Well, it says here, right here on the package, Milk's favorite cookie.
Right? That's exactly right.
What?
Yes.
What?
Milk.
Who?
Mm-hmm.
You know, say that 3 times?
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh. But the golden...
No, I was going for chocolate balls.
Or Oreos. These ones aren't bad.
No, they're all right, but they're not as good. Not near as good as the original. But, hey, if y'all like them, you go for it.
Gilbert says he prefers the golden Oreos.
Well, good for you, Gilbert. I respectfully disagree, my friend.
Yeah.
But you got to have milk.
I do not have a new favorite in the clubhouse.
No.
It's still the original Oreo.
You just think how much better it would be if you had a cold glass of milk sitting there.
I got to be honest. Rarely do I drink milk. And
dude, I love milk. I drink milk all the time.
Good for you. I don't. And I even if I had a glass of milk, I don't know that I would dunk it in there.
That makes it it's delicious.
Again, not a fan of milk.
Oh my God.
So I don't think you don't like peanut butter. So
No.
how are you going to criticize anybody for not liking milk? Peanut butter of all things.
I don't like peanut butter.
So you've never really enjoyed a great Nutter Butter, which is
Well,
a
it depends.
very underrated cookie.
What, no, I've never had a Nutter Butter.
It's fantastic.
Yeah, look, I've had a Reese's
peanut butter cup.
Yeah, that I can handle that.
Yeah,
but I'm not
because
gonna,
it's wonderful.
Well, I'm not going to go make a peanut butter and jelly sandwich.
See, you don't know what you're missing out.
No, I have
middle of the night peanut butter and jelly sandwich with some Doritos is fantastic.
No,
it's a grade A
with
midnight
Doritos.
snack. Absolutely. Absolutely. Sometimes you put the Doritos on the sandwich, you get a little crunch if you don't have crunchy peanut butter.
That would be even worse.
What?
Crunchy peanut butter.
No, it's not worse.
Like eating bugs.
Mm-hmm.
No peanut butter, thank you.
Red Garza on our YouTube chat. This might be a great line for us all to remember. People who like gold Oreos only wear long T-shirts to sleep. What a dig.
Oh, I thought you were calling Red something else.
No.
I'm glad you said dig.
I did say dig. Man, Art Garcia also marked safe from drinking milk.
What does that even mean, Art? Marked safe.
He spends a lot of time on Facebook. Every time something happens on Facebook, you can mark yourself safe from that.
Is he like lactose intolerant?
Maybe. I don't know.
What is that? What happens to you if you drink milk and you're lactose intolerant?
Well, you get sick.
What? So, thanks. Oh, is that what it is? Okay.
I'm going to guess.
All right.
You know, it's probably worse than that.
Yeah.
Probably worse than that.
Well, thanks for Ryan. You did good, buddy.
Yep, good job, Ryan.
But I'm going with the regular, the original, the OG.
The OG,
yeah.
The chocolate.
Uh-huh.
The chocolate is always better. It's a rule.
Always, yes, always.
Always better.
Mm-hmm.
Always better. Michael Terry III, future Texas Longhorn, signed his letter of commitment today on National Signing Day. #1 athlete in the country. From Alamo Heights, he will join us next here on the Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. You know, nobody ever plans on getting arrested, but it does happen to a lot of people every day for all kinds of reasons. If you get arrested and you want to get out of jail fast, best way to do that, call my good friend Albert and his great staff at AA Best Bail Bonds, 210-225-2121. Text BAIL to 474747, or you can start the bonding process online at mybestbailbonds.com. You don't have to call attorneys or anybody else to get out of jail, and you don't want to be forced into a PR bond. If the jail offers you a PR bond, make sure you truly understand what those conditions are before accepting it. Your best option for stress-free bail bonds is AA Best Bail Bonds, because nobody beats their price. They offer payment plans, have a free shuttle service. They're discreet and confidential and open 24/7 with offices all over San Antonio and Texas, services nationwide. If you're up in Dallas, down in Corpus, anywhere in between, license number 149, call AA Best Bail Bonds, 210-225-2121, or go online at mybestbailbonds.com.
San Antonio Sports Stars 50K Pro Football Pick'em giveaway is back. Head to USASportsStar.com and pick the winners of each pro football game every week to earn points for each correct pick. Highest points each week wins a $25 gift card to Mellow Mushroom. Highest points overall scores $1,000 worth of tickets from A Awesome Tickets. Pick the winning ticket of every regular season game. Win the grand prize, $50,000. This is an audience national contest across multiple markets. The 50K Pro Football Giveaway. Register and win at sasportstar.com.
Football fans, picture this. You bet on your favorite player to score the first touchdown, and he throws a block, and his teammate scores instead. With BetMGM's second chance promotion, you'll get your stake back if your first touchdown scorer scores second. Bet on any pro football player to score the first touchdown of the game. If you're right, you win. If your player scores second, you get your stake back in cash. BetMGM and GameSense remind you to gamble responsibly. See BetMGM.com for terms. 21 years of age and older. This U.S. promotional offer not available in Mississippi, Nevada, Ontario, or Puerto Rico. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Available in the U.S. For New York, call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369. For Arizona, call 1-800-NEXT-STEP. For Massachusetts, 1-800-327-5050. For Iowa, 1-800-BETS-OFF. For Puerto Rico, 1-800-981-0023. Subject to eligibility requirements in partnership with Kansas Crossing Casino and Hotel.
Listen to this message I received.
First message.
This is Santa Claus. Hey, I'm calling to give you a heads up. Last Christmas, so many people asked me for a Kinetico water softener, but getting all those Kinetico units in and out of the sleigh, up and down the chimneys, well, it's not so good on my back. So I'm going to forward all those Kinetico wish lists directly to you. Here's Mrs. Claus.
Thanks again for installing our Kinetico. I just love how soft my man's beard is, and my skin feels silky smooth, even here at the North Pole.
So if it's okay with you, I'll handle the toys, you handle the water softeners.
For a limited time, receive a free reverse osmosis drinking station at your kitchen sink. 0% interest for 12 months and $400 when you trade in your old water softener.
By the way, the elves just love your jingle.
Call 656 Pure Kinetico.
I'm not a fan of the gluten-free cookies. Bye-bye.
The last water softener you'll ever own. Call 656 Pure Kinetico.
TSAOG Orthopedics and Spine is excited to announce a partnership that is revolutionizing access to care for orthopedic patients. The HURT app provides free 24/7 access to orthopedic expertise. HURT is the app to have before you need it. Don't wait for an injury to happen. Download HURT now for free, fast virtual access to orthopedic specialists. The HURT app is available online in the App Store and Google Play. Learn more about the HURT app and the OrthoNow Injury Clinic at TSAOG.com.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm. If you own a timeshare and you want out, you need to get the facts. Wesley Financial Group and its founder, Chuck McDowell, have helped over 40,000 families cancel their timeshares permanently, and he may be able to help you too. Call right now. Chuck will send you a timeshare exit information guide free explaining how your timeshare works and all your options for cancellation. You want to call Wesley Financial Group, 800-761-0000. That's 800-761-0000. Once again, 800-761-0000.
Hey, this is Rob Thompson for Prize Picks. I got a question for you. Do you want to win 100 times your money? Well, Prize Picks can do it with as little as 4 correct picks. Let me tell you, if you're a fantasy player, you know the game. Put it to its use. Do you know James Cook's going to go off this week? How about Joe Burrow? Hey, let's talk about Pat Mahomes. Not quite the year, but you know how to play him. Is it more or is it less? You know the play. Just make your pick, and you can turn it to big money easy. And if you sign up today, you get $50 instantly when you play $5. You don't even need to win to receive the $50 bonus. It's guaranteed. PrizePicks puts their members first, so all the withdrawals are fast, safe, and secure. When my picks hit, and they often do, I can get my money in as quick as 15 minutes. Remember, download the app today and use the code ALAMO. Get $50 instantly after you play your first $5 lineup. Pat Mahomes had a good day, but it was less, and I took it home. If you know it, go play it. PrizePicks. Run your game.
What's that? 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star, South Texas home of the NFL. Monday night, Thursday night, and Sunday night football. Presented locally by Flight by Yingling, the next generation of light beer. 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. It's the Blitz with Jason and Joe on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
It is the Blitz here on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. He's Joe Reinagel. I'm Jason Minix. We've talked about what a week it's been for the Longhorns. Punched their ticket for the SEC championship game, and as we sit right now, the number one signing class. One of the reasons why, Michael Terry III from Alamo Heights, number one athlete in the country, according to 247 Sports, committed to the Texas Longhorns, and he joins us now on the Buyers Barricades guest line. Michael, I know it's been a big day, busy day for you. Congratulations. Take us through the decision-making process and how you ended up on Texas.
Yeah, I mean, ever since I was a little kid, I always wanted to, follow the Longhorns and be a Longhorn. And, my family and I, we talked a lot about it. And, we went through all the pros and cons of, why I should go to Texas. And, we made it happen.
Michael, congratulations, man. It's a big day for you and your family, I know. What's going on with you right now? I know as you struggle to make this decision and you take your visits, and you finally decide, and it's got to be, I don't know, is it a relief? Is it a celebration? What are you feeling right now?
I would say it's more of a celebration because, those are all good schools that I had. And, I just had the opportunity to go through something like that with my family and it being a pretty fun process. So it was a celebration to me.
How long have you actually known, man?
I would say about 3 days ago.
Really?
We kind of talked about it and just sat down and just, yeah.
How do you keep that a secret for 3 days, man?
I don't know. I mean, the coaches and stuff, they make it easy for me, and everybody supported me through my decision and didn't, pressure me to do anything. So, yeah.
Michael Terry joining us here on The Blitz. Now, twice this year here on our Game of the Week on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star, we had Alamo Heights. We did the Churchill game and the Bernie game with you guys. And in one of them, it looked like you were wearing Longhorn gloves. And, and of course, the internet goes wild. What's it like when you think about all the national recruiting guys, all the different websites kind of following every move you make in any kind of indication like the gloves?
Yeah, it's kind of funny to me because, every game I tried to wear like different type of gloves so that wouldn't happen. And somehow it still did. But, it was pretty funny to me, and I enjoyed it, so it wasn't too bad.
Michael, I've got to ask you, and I know you had narrowed it down to a handful of schools. I think Nebraska and Oregon were the other two. How many letters and phone calls do you get during this period of time? I would imagine that every school in the country is reaching out to you.
Oh, yeah. I was getting a whole bunch of letters in the mail. I got a whole box of them at my house, so my mom kind of keeps that organized. But I mean, I enjoy getting letters and reading them. But yeah.
Michael, you picked Texas, and again, I don't know, I'm biased, hook 'em. But the idea of Austin or Lincoln, Nebraska, that's a no decision. Oregon, I could see the attraction there, but I'm more curious the selling point that Sark and the UT staff did for you, because you are such a versatile athlete. You can play receiver, you can play running back. You look at your size, the measurables, the speed. I mean, everything is there. What has Sark told you is his plan for Michael Terry?
Yeah, well, we kind of talked to him a couple times, and, he kind of just laid out a plan, Coach Milwee, and they kind of just told me that when I get there, I'll see how my body develops, and, because when you get on a different weight program and stuff, your body changes, and so they're kind of just going to wait for that and probably just throw me in, like, the receiver's room and then go from there.
Michael, do you have a preference? Would you prefer to play wide receiver over running back?
I mean, not really. I don't have a preference. I mean, whatever position they see me excelling at and developing me, that's what I'll play. But other than that, no.
So you actually went not knowing, because I was wondering if you had a preference in whatever school was going to let you do that, that was going to be the school that had the upper hand.
Yeah, no, sir. I mean, I kind of just wanted to go with my gut and just not miss out on an opportunity like going to Texas, because, that's a once-in-a-lifetime thing. And then, I really feel like they can build me into something, better than myself. So.
All right, Michael, I have to ask you, because I was never a world-class athlete like you, and I was never invited on recruiting trips. From what you can tell us, so you go to Austin, what happens on a recruiting trip like that?
I mean, they kind of take you through almost everything. You, like, you're not going to go hungry. I'm going to tell you that. Yeah, they feed you every second, and you kind of just get to see around the whole campus, and then you get to hang out with the players and kind of just see how everybody acts pretty much and just get the feeling.
I can imagine, and it's that way everywhere you're going on those recruiting trips. And you mentioned your body developing. You know, I've got a friend whose son is a freshman on the UT program right now as a preferred walk-on, and just seeing what Jackson Duffy was like last year at Smithson Valley and where he's at right now, it's amazing how quickly things are going to change for you just being a part of that program with the weight training and the nutritionist and the meal plan and all that. When do you actually leave for Austin? Are you going to graduate Alamo Heights early and go up after the Navy All-American Bowl, or are you going to finish out your senior year at Heights?
No, that's the plan, to graduate early. I should be done by December 19th, and then from there I'll wait and then go to the All-American Bowl, and then after that I should be on campus.
Well, that's a huge advantage for players, isn't it, to go up there early to be a part of the spring practice and all of that stuff?
Yes, sir. Yeah, you get the meal plan, you get to learn the playbook a little bit more, and you just kind of get a head start.
So the idea for you to play next year, or red shirt, or will that be decided after spring ball?
That'll probably be decided after spring ball. You know, I'm not guaranteed anything. You know, I know I'm gonna have to work for everything. So, yeah.
So Michael, I'm curious. You're an offensive guy either way, whether you're playing wide receiver or running back. How big is it to have a quarterback like an Arch Manning that you're going to be playing with?
Yeah, Arch Manning, he's a really good quarterback, a really good person. You know, every time I met him up in UT, and yeah, I mean, you know, he's one of the best quarterbacks before I go to UT, and yeah, I would love to see, you know, how he practices and stuff.
How much did that factor in your decision, you knowing who your quarterback is going to be?
Oh, that's a big factor. You know, I can tell he really has a competitive nature in him. Every time, you know, I went up to the practice and he was next to Quinn Ewers, you know, they were just going, you know, neck to neck. But at the end of the day, they're just teammates, so they just want to make each other better, and that's kind of the nature I want to be around.
Now, I'm sorry, Michael. What will you be doing Saturday? Are you going to be glued in the TV, or will you be in Atlanta? How does that work?
Saturday, I hope to be watching the game somewhere. I mean, yeah, either up there or in my couch on the TV.
Either way, I mean,
right?
You know, now that you've signed, right. You know, now, you know, the recruiting process is over. Now that you've signed, you're sealed, delivered, got all the paperwork up to Austin. I don't want any actual specifics. I don't want to be that nosy. How much does NIL factor into it? You're in that recruiting class now where NIL is such a known thing versus maybe a year or two ago where it was still kind of new. How much did that factor into the process?
I mean, it wasn't the biggest factor, you know, for why I picked UT, but, you know, it was one of those things, it's kind of just a business thing. You know, I don't want to go somewhere where they're not selling me something that, you know, I want to work to. And, I mean, yeah, I mean, it was one of the partial things that kind of looked forward into the package deal they gave me.
Well, and there's nothing wrong with that. I mean, that's the way college football is these days, and so I don't blame you for trying to get everything that you can possibly get. And I'm curious, if you want to tell me, great. If not, it's okay too. Do you have an agent? Have you hired an agent?
No, sir.
Is that something you'll do?
Potentially, yeah.
Okay.
I mean, me and my parents are talking about it.
Gotcha.
Well,
gotcha.
And I mean, your family and the school will help you navigate all that stuff. And the good news is, as we visit with Michael Terry, is we get to see you play football one more time in San Antonio, playing in the Navy All-American Bowl. And, man, I've done the national radio broadcast for this game for I don't know, 15 years now. It's amazing when you see all these athletes come in. And one of the coolest things is, you know, everyone's the greatest one in their city, right? And then you start practicing and you realize, man, maybe I'm not the best. There's this, there's that. How much are you looking forward to playing in the Navy All-American Bowl?
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to that. Just being around, you know, some of the best athletes in the, you know, country and everything. And, yeah, I really just want to just have fun because that's going to be my last time in high school. So I'm going to really just take it in and compete while having fun. So yeah.
I'm just curious, Michael, when you took your recruiting trip up to Austin and you see those players, I would imagine, and there's no disrespect to the high school players around here, but I would imagine those guys are a lot bigger, a lot more the physical looking, I would think. I mean, did that surprise you at all?
Oh yeah, for sure. No, I knew they were gonna have some size, and that comes with the weight programs and nutrition systems they have, and yeah, I know I'm gonna have to get a lot bigger and stronger and faster also. So it should equal out.
The reality is, and I know Ron Ritterman, and I've known him a long time. He's gotten you ready for that next step, but the work is just now beginning, and you know that.
Yes, sir.
Going to be awesome.
Going to be great to watch.
Congratulations. The fact that you were able to keep it a secret all the way to signing day, although you didn't really know until 3 days ago. I mean, the process, you said you enjoyed it. I know some that like it, some that don't. I think that says a lot about you that you waited until the last minute to ultimately make the right decision for you, and that's UT up in Austin.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Congratulations, Michael. Appreciate you jumping on with us this afternoon.
Yes, sir. I appreciate y'all.
Appreciate it. Michael Terry III.
That's what a huge day for Michael and his family. And, I mean, this is just a thrill for that guy. I'm happy for him. Congratulations, and wish him nothing but the best at UT.
And you look at, the early enrollee, and obviously NIL is a part of it. And you got to believe, Michael, the NIL offers – I don't know that anybody was going to blow them away dollar-wise. It was all going to be about that. When you're the number one athlete in the country, you're going to command a certain amount. But also when you enroll early, you start getting that NIL money early. You don't get it if you're still in high school at Alamo Heights in January or February or March.
Exactly.
Same thing with a lot of these schools. You're seeing all these early enrollees. Saw that 23 of 24 the A&M signees are going early for that same reason, and all the kids coming for the All-American Bowl, it's all very similar.
Well, and I think nowadays, and maybe even more so than say 5 years ago, you plan your high school career. Is that the right word? To do that now. So because it is you want to get up there, you want to get that extra work in. Whether you're going to redshirt or not doesn't matter. You want to get up with your teammates and get acclimated to the college experience and get all that done early. And I'm sure coaches at every university are encouraging athletes to do that now because they want them there for that spring practice.
The spring practices, the film study, and really in today's world of college football, if you're not there in the spring, the chances of you being there in the fall as a freshman aren't very high. And for right now, Michael just told us, don't know if the plan is to redshirt or not, and that will depend on how spring goes. My guess is they need to use him and want to use him in a lot of those ways. If you go back to last year's All-American Bowl, there was a kid here named Ryan Wingo who played in this game and then drove up to Austin. And you look at the freshman year that Ryan Wingo is having for the Texas Longhorns, he doesn't have that if he waited until the summer to move to Austin.
That's exactly right. And look, and I love what Michael told us. You go up there and he knows, and you said it, the work is just beginning because I don't care how good you are at Alamo Heights or anywhere else. You step up to Texas and the SEC, everybody's good. Everybody's Michael Terry. And you got to set yourself apart, and sounds like he's got a great attitude as he heads up to Austin.
And he'll see that in January for the All-American Bowl because you see it every year, man. These kids, they're all the district MVPs or regional MVPs, and, they're the fastest in there, and then they show up and, they realize, man, I'm not the best one on the field. And it's the one time, probably the first time for a lot of them, that they get to a high school football practice and they're not the best player at practice. Every one of those kids that play in the All-American Bowl, and you see it every year. It's incredible. A lot of fun.
And what's good for him, though, he got a great coaching staff led by Ron Ritterman. So that's going to be a huge factor for him. And certainly he's got the right attitude. And love what Coach Ritterman is doing over there at Alamo Heights.
Absolutely. And Michael Terry's such everything you've heard about him, just such a great kid. He's the all-around package, athlete and person. Couldn't be as a Longhorn fan, couldn't be more excited about that. But had he chosen another school, you just root for kids like that.
Just don't poop the bed Saturday. You know, come on.
Who? Michael?
Texas.
Oh, no, they're not going to do that.
Michael's not going to poop the bed.
No.
I don't think.
No. No, but I'll tell you what, you look at all the championship games coming up, including Texas, Georgia. Spurs coming up as well, man. And Wemby won't play tomorrow night. We just got that notification a few minutes ago. We'll talk about it coming up here on the Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Stars. You think about all the games coming up. You want to win money while watching those games. Adds a little bit more excitement to it. Be like me and 5 million other happy players that have won more than $2 billion playing the Pick'em game at Underdog Fantasy. And all you have to do is go higher or lower on projected stats, where you could then win up to 1,000 times your money just by choosing higher or lower on stats. I talk about wins sometimes. Last night, I had one of those nights where I had Wemby higher than 15.5 points, and dude finished with 15. Devin Booker higher than 29.5 points, and he finished with 29. Sometimes you win. Sometimes it's that close, but you keep playing because it's a lot of fun. This season, Underdogs running specials, promos, bonuses almost every single day, like Profit Boost, where you can pump up your winnings in just a tap. When you apply the boost to eligible entries, they've got discounts where you can get adjusted projections on certain player stats to give you a better shot at the win. Free picks, basically a sure thing. Player just has to get higher than 0.5 for that pick to win. All new users get a free pick. So download the Underdog Fantasy app. Sign up, use promo code STAR, deposit now, and get up to $1,000 in bonus cash instantly. Again, promo code STAR. Must be over 18, present in a state where Underdog Fantasy operates. Terms apply. Concerned with your play? Call 1-800-GAMBLER or visit ncpgambling.org. Again, promo code STAR when you sign up at Underdog Fantasy.
It's the Morning Huddle with A.J. Hoffman and Rob Thompson.
Thursday on the Morning Huddle, Week 14 begins. Yeah, we got football tonight. We'll get you ready for it.
And a huge night of college hoops to discuss. And what are the Spurs going to do next? It is the Morning Huddle. We started here at 6.
It's the Morning Huddle with A.J. Hoffman and Rob Thompson. Morning 6 to 10 on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Is reviewing life insurance on your to-do list? Now's the perfect time to add it. A friend recently told me that securing life insurance sooner rather than later can help you lock in lower rates for years to come. So I bumped this up on my list and got it done. I called SelectQuote and couldn't believe how easy and affordable life insurance is. I'm 40 and got a $500,000 policy for $16 a month. My husband's also 40 and his $500,000 policy was only $18 a month. Plus, with SelectQuote's same-day coverage, there was no medical exam required, and we were covered by the time we hung up. Knowing I have this checked off my list feels amazing, but the peace of mind knowing my family is protected feels even better.
Call SelectQuote at 1-800-694-1010. That's 1-800-694-1010. Or go to SelectQuote.com to get your free quote today. 1-800-694-1010. Details on example rate at SelectQuote.com.
Texting enrolls you into recurring automated text messages. Consent not required to purchase. Message and data rates may apply.
Hey, Dan, how you doing? Haven't seen you around the gym for a while.
Yeah, I've really fallen off. Since I turned 40, I just don't get the results I used to get.
Could be lower testosterone.
Lower T?
Yeah, I went through it a while back. Once you hit 40, your body has less free testosterone. I got Nugenix Total T, and it's made a huge difference for me.
I've seen that ad on TV. Is it for real?
Oh, yeah. The key ingredient is something called Tesnor, which helps boost free and total testosterone levels to help you trim up and stay lean.
And it's made a difference for you?
Man, I feel like I'm in my 20s again. At work, in the gym, and in the bedroom.
Are they still giving out complimentary bottles for people to try it for themselves?
Yeah, you just need to send them a text.
Text Kettle to 321-321 right now for your complimentary bottle of Nugenix Total T, the #1 selling testosterone booster at GNC. Plus, text now and we'll include a bottle of Nugenix Thermo, our most powerful fat incinerator ever, to help you get back into shape fast. Absolutely free. Text KETTLE to 321-321. That's Kettle to 321-321.
Hey, Manny Jr. here with Rock's Discount Vitamins. This holiday season, don't let those extra pounds sneak up on you. We have the largest selection of weight control products to help you stay on track. Boost your metabolism with our non-stimulant fat burners or try Cuts. which helps your carbs work for you, not against you. With 12 locations across San Antonio, Rock's Discount Vitamins has everything you need to keep your diet in check this holiday season. Find us at rocksdiscountvitamins.com. We thank God and you for your continued support.
An accident or injury can derail your life in an instant, leaving you struggling to pay for medical bills and daily expenses. At Thomas J. Henry, we believe every Texan deserves justice, no matter their financial situation. That's why we offer our no-win, no-fee promise. You don't pay us unless we win your case. We know how difficult recovering from an accident can be. Let us handle your case while you focus on getting better. Thomas J. Henry, the name you know, the firm you trust. San Antonio, Texas.
Okay, I have to tell you, I was just looking on eBay where I go for all kinds of things I love, and there it was.
That hologram trading card. One of the rarest, the last one I needed for my set. Shiny like the
designer handbag of my dreams. One of a kind. eBay had it, and now everyone's asking, ooh, where'd you get your
windshield wipers? eBay has all the parts that fit my car. No more annoying, just beautiful.
Whatever you love, find it on eBay. eBay. Things people love.
Hey everyone, it's Ted from Consumer Cellular, the guy in the orange sweater, and this is your wake-up call. If you're paying too much for wireless service, you don't have to keep having that nightmare. Consumer Cellular has the same fast, reliable coverage as the leading carriers for less. And for a limited time, new customers receive their second month free when they sign up and use promo code SECONDFREE by January 26th. So why keep spending more than you have to? Seriously, wake up and call 1-888-FREEDOM or visit consumercellular.com.
Taxes, fees, and other third-party charges will apply. See website for additional details.
South Texas home of the Dallas Cowboys. 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. Monday night at 7:15. The Cowboys take center stage hosting the Cincinnati Bengals for Monday Night Football.
I like this kind of party!
Pre-game starts after the Blitz at 6. Presented by AA Best Bail Bonds and Ewald Kubota.
This is all cooking. How about them Cowboys?
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. South Texas home of the Dallas Cowboys.
It is a great day, hump day. A little rain in I guess is it still raining outside, Pledge?
I don't know. We're stuck in a studio with no windows.
No windows. But it's supposed to get cold.
Nasty weather earlier. Dude, I saw some people on Facebook yesterday posting photos of a fire in their fireplace.
I've turned on the fireplace.
You've turned yours on. You've got one of those electric things. Does yours even put out heat, or it just looks nice?
No, it puts out heat. It's really good,
really?
Actually. Yes.
All right.
It does.
I bought a house without a fireplace.
Well, I don't blame you for that, honestly.
Well, I mean, it's not like I was looking for one. I didn't realize it didn't have a fireplace till we moved in. Like all the times we looked at it, unless my wife remembers bringing it up, I don't, because we never used the one at our old house, but, you know, you don't have the fireplace in the mantle. We never built fires.
Well, no, and if I had to build a fire, guess what? It'd be the cleanest fireplace in the world. I wouldn't do it.
So you just have that where you just flip a switch and got a fire?
You turn it's just like a light switch. You turn it on and there it is. It's nice. I like it.
Yeah, why does your fireplace turn on and sound like a fart?
I don't know. I've never heard that at my house.
Well, that's what you just described.
Oh, well, it doesn't. I was just saying it turns on. I didn't realize I did that. But it's nice. It looks nice. I sent you my first foot picture with the fireplace on. You don't remember the fireplace?
No, I remember your feet, wondering why the hell you were sending us feet pictures.
I wasn't. I was watching the game, or I was meaning it for something else, and my beautiful feet just got in the way.
No, you were trying to send us pictures of your feet.
No, wasn't.
Yeah, I mean,
I don't like you that much to send you pictures that personal, Minutes.
I don't
mean,
think that you like people if you're sending them feet pictures.
I'm doing you a favor.
You're really not.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, not.
You're getting that for free. You didn't have to go to OnlyFans.
I'm not Rex Ryan.
Dude, I tell you what, after that chick yesterday with $43 million she's made this year, I'm trying to figure out a way.
You might make 43 cents.
Well, maybe. It's 43 cents more than I've got.
This is true.
Dude, I don't know. There's some folks out there that might be into my feet.
He also knows there's a ticklish little pitch coming up.
Exactly.
I don't think so.
Well, we may have to do a test on that. I'll let you know. I'll post my my subscriptions and stuff the way that girl did yesterday. See, nobody's got to see my face. Nobody's going to know whose feet those are.
If anybody wants a foot picture of Joe Reinagle's feet, you want pictures of Joe's toes, let us know. let us know.
No,
I just want to know if anybody out there actually wants that.
Nobody's going to admit that they do, but if it's anonymous on OnlyFans, then they might do it.
I don't think it's anonymous. You provide your credit card information. That's how they get paid.
Oh. Okay. I was wrong. You were right. Look, I'm just saying.
What?
There are people out there, and they don't have to be from San Antonio. They can be from, I don't know, Montana. They might like, because this time of year, you don't see anybody's feet in Montana.
Well, how do you know?
Well, it's too
I
damn
saw a
cold.
dude from the Buffalo Bills walking into a stadium barefoot the other night because he wanted to be one with the earth.
Well, he's
I imagine there's a lot of those types in Montana.
Well, there might be. To me, this sounds like an experiment that I might just have to do. Make a little extra cash in the meantime.
John on our YouTube channel is raising his hand
There
that he
you
wants
go.
a foot picture.
See that?
Uh-huh.
I think there's an audience out there for that.
Guys, do me a favor. Tweet at Jason Minix if you want one. I've got it. I'll have Pledge dig through the group text, find the foot picture. We'll send it to you free. You don't have to pay for that.
Well, no, I'd prefer they pay for it.
If I'm sending pictures of your feet, it's free.
Well, that was a freebie. Oh, that's good. That might be like a
teaser.
A teaser, yeah.
Mhm.
Here's what you have in store. And I'll take all different kinds. I can,
There's only so many angles of your feet, sir.
Well, I could put it in like flip-flops or...
Nobody wants to see you in a thong.
No, flip-flops.
Oh.
You know what flip... And you don't know. And that could be another one. Thong pictures.
Of your feet?
No.
Pledge apparently wants... Look what he wrote up there.
Jello?
Yeah.
You put him in Jello, see?
The fact that that's the first thing that popped into
There you
Pledger's
go.
mind is kind of alarming.
Well, kind of. But, it's okay. If he's paying, I'll do Jello. Every color, Pledge. Red, green.
Green bean casserole?
What else? Hey, if people are paying, want to see that? Yes.
One time, got to be politically correct here. Call them little people. They were little people strippers that were wrestling in cream corn.
Wow.
Yeah.
I wouldn't mind seeing that.
Back in my music radio days, it was a promotion they were doing it at Shotgun Willie's, and we were doing a remote for that.
Little folks wrestling in cream corn.
Yes.
Was that Rudy's cream corn?
No, it was, I'm sure out of cans. Like bulk cans from Sam's.
I don't know. I could see Rudy's or somebody else.
Why waste the good cream corn?
Paying for that. Whoa. Hey.
Just saying.
Uh-huh.
Now that you've all lost your appetite.
Fred says, the ones where I'm shooting the finger with my toes, those could be very valuable. I didn't think about that. Man, I could charge double for those.
You knuckle down and go a little harder.
Yes. Thanks, Fred. Uh-huh. No Freedom Ride. It's not Candy Lane. It's Candy Lee. Candy Lee.
Candy Lee.
Candy Lee. Sorry, Jerry. Oh.
You're a dumb butt.
Now you say that now,
Uh-huh.
Coach, and I'll be laughing all the way to the bank. $43 million.
Well, that's Daddy.
Yes. I'll see if I can top that chick. $43 million.
You're not. Is there a beer bet there?
Well,
I mean, this would be dumber than your Dalvin Cook gets 1,000 yards beer bet. And by the way, you can pay that off any point. Just bring me the flight by Yingling because my fridge is empty, or close to, and it will be if I don't make it to the store or you make it to the store. But we'll put let's put a beer bet on this.
No, wait a minute.
Hold on. We'll go a case of flight by Yingling.
Uh-huh.
Joe Reinagel will make more than whatever her name was in her $43 million.
I'm not doing
by
that.
Putting feet pictures on OnlyFans.
Dude,
it's a great idea, Jim.
If I make $43, I'll be happy.
And you can buy me beer because that would leave less than $43 million.
I'm not doing that. It's not a beer bet.
It sounded like a beer bet.
Nope.
You're the one that laid down the gauntlet.
I'm just saying that's the goal. That's a very lofty goal. But since she's the number one OnlyFans person,
yes,
and she probably shows more than toes.
I would hope.
I would think so.
For $43 million.
She might show a camel toe. Can you say that on the radio?
No.
Without the stretchy pants.
Then you don't have that.
No,
Anyway.
We get suck on that all
Stop,
week.
Pledge.
I just want to. Are you not curious as to how this woman makes $43 million on OnlyFans?
No.
I mean, it's not a porn site, is it?
Yes.
It is?
Yes.
I didn't know. Well, I got a hose with a power squirter.
Pledge is hitting all the drops.
I do, and if you never know.
You good?
I'm great. I'm just thinking I got money rolling around all in my head.
Mm-hmm. Josh Jimenez with the line of the day.
Yeah?
You want to read that one?
Little. That is good. Joshua says, little people was wrestling in cream corn. Did Jason win? Did you?
No. No, I wasn't in the cream corn. They were female little people strippers.
Oh.
Yes.
Were they
Shotgun Willies.
Male or female?
Female. Little people, female wrestlers.
Female. What were they wearing?
Nothing. They were strippers.
Oh. They were naked?
Well, they got that way.
They had pasties.
No, it was just before pasties were a thing.
Have little helicopter things? Oh, my goodness.
Yeah.
Those things start spinning, they might fly. Oh.
Now that we've all lost our appetites.
I haven't.
We've got a $50 gift card to a restaurant.
Oh.
I'm trying to think about the best way to give this away.
Well, let me set up my OnlyFans account, and if you go there, you'll be registered. That sounds like a great idea, Jim.
No, it doesn't.
I wouldn't even
think I'm an idiot?
I wouldn't even know how to do that. I'm sure there's instructions, though. I'm telling you, the more I think about it.
It can't be complicated.
$43 million.
You're not going to make that. You're not going to make $43.
$43 million.
I'm going to guess. It's probably in your contract with your radio station that you probably can't do that anyway. Just a guess.
I'll have to look.
I mean...
You got Lance's number? Hey, Lance. I got a question for you.
Are you kidding? Lance has been texting me for the last 10 minutes. I'm kidding. We got a $50 gift card to the Great Greek Mediterranean Grill over on Killough Road. Great spot. Got a $50 gift card. You can even get them to cater your holiday events. Go to their website, thegreatgreekgrill.com, for more info on the catering and the details on the restaurant. But if you want a $50 gift card to the Great Greek Mediterranean Grill, go to our Instagram page, at SA Sports Star on Instagram. Make sure you like the Instagram page. And just send a direct message to Ryan that says Joe's Toes. And everybody that sends a message to Ryan that says Joe's Toes,
you're welcome, Ryan.
You will have an opportunity to get your name in the name generator thing and possibly win a $50 gift card to the Great Greek Mediterranean Grill. Again, the direct message on Instagram, Joe's Toes. Ryan, at 6 o'clock today, will take all the entries and create the name generator, and we'll let you know if you won. Joe's Toes is what needs to be in the message.
And subscribe.
Well, it's like on Instagram.
Oh, like.
Yes.
Yes.
Follow.
Follow. Like.
Subscribe.
You're welcome, everybody.
Yeah, I think. Let's talk some Cowboys coming up.
Sure don't want me to shoot the finger with my toes?
I'm pretty positive. Positive.
I'm happy to do it again.
I'm sure you are. Good Lord.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. You want to tell me about Stevens Roofing?
I will. We did that story earlier about the cold weather coming.
Yep.
That's incredible, and how the grid is in jeopardy. 50-50?
Yeah, that's what the dude from ERCOT said. If we get another weather storm like we had, it's in the Express News today, you got a 50% chance it won't work.
That is incredible. So I'm here to tell you about Stevens Roofing because, you know, they do solar now. And with their solar program, there are options to keep the lights on when the grid goes down. I mean, imagine that, how the foresight, the fine folks at Stevens, to have a program like that with their solar panels, and you might need that. You very well might need that. So you might want to give Stevens a call and ask them about their solar panels because, I mean, look, solar panels right now increasingly affordable, not to mention the fact that they keep the lights on. There is an option to keep the lights on when the grid goes down. They can save you money on your monthly utility bills, and they'll often increase the value of your home. Give Stevens Roofing a call. Ask them about their solar program and how they can help you. Call them at 210-785-0994 and ask those questions. How in the world can I protect myself when the grid goes down? They've got the answer for you at Stevens Roofing. Look, and obviously they do roofs, and they've been doing that in San Antonio and South Texas for a long, long time, and they do it very well, obviously, because they've been in business for a long time. A lot of happy customers. Stevens Roofing is the reliable roofer you can trust. They do commercial projects. You want a metal roof on your house, they can do that. They're licensed by the city of San Antonio. Estimates are always free when you call them at 210-785-0994. For roofing, for solar, the local company that's been trusted for decades is Stevens Roofing. Again, that phone number, 210-785-0994. Stevens Roofing has your family covered. Why don't you give them a call? 210-785-0994.
Riding home with the Blitz. Afternoons 2 to 6. KTFM Floresville. And everywhere at sasportstar.com. San Antonio Sports Stars 50K Pro Football Pick'em giveaway is back. Head to sasportstar.com and pick the winners of each pro football game every week to earn points for each correct pick. Highest points each week wins a $25 gift card to Mellow Mushroom. Highest points overall scores $1,000 worth of tickets from A Awesome Tickets. Pick the winning ticket of every regular season game. Win the grand prize, $50,000. This is an audience national contest across multiple markets. The 50K Pro Football Giveaway. Register and win at sasportstar.com.
You know the Roo Pub has proven to be the best place to watch any big game with those 3 massive 170-inch screens and TVs all around. Football, basketball, all the fights. And when you show up at the Roo Pub, show up hungry. The food is fantastic. Open daily at 11. Great for lunch, great for dinner, great for late at night, and certainly the best place to watch the game. Just down from the big blind, the Roo Pub, right next to the Angry Elephant. 281 in Redland Road. We'll see you at the Roo.
At the Institute for Functional Health, we are dedicated to helping you live life fully, playing with your kids, golfing, and feeling great without relying on pills. We're not about treating symptoms temporarily. We're about extending your health span, the years you live in good health. I'm Dr. Torres, and for over a decade, my team has transformed lives by tackling health issues at the root. Tired of medications without real answers? Take control of your health with us. Call 210-468-1891 for a free Discovery Day consultation or visit iffhealth.com. Improve your health span today.
The Gomez Law Firm has been San Antonio's trusted law firm for 50 years. We have Jose with the Gomez Law Firm here with us today. Jose, tell us about the cases you all specialize in.
We do ride-sharing cases, we do 18-wheeler cases, work injuries. We will be happy to take a look at and see if we can help.
If you or your family have been injured in an accident or hit by a company vehicle, you need to visit joegomezlaw.com. Call the Gomez Law Firm at 736-4040.
Wrap up your holiday at JCPenney's Friends and Family Sale. This week, use your extra 30% off coupon to finish your list in style. Get dressy apparel and outerwear for the fam, now up to 40% off. Plus, save up to 50% off at our home sale and bring the festive and cozy home for the holidays. It's more gifts, bigger savings for all. JCPenney, make it count. Offers and coupon valid on select styles 12/4 to 12/8. Some exclusions apply. See store or jcp.com for details.
Welcome to TGL presented by SoFi. Golf's newest league, live on ESPN and ESPN Plus. It's 2 hours of hammer dropping, overtime forcing, playoffs on the line golf. Tiger, Rory, and more of the best from the PGA Tour split into 6 teams. Learn more at tglgolf.com and tune into the inaugural season beginning January 7th. Keep up, it's golf.
Make this holiday season scent-sational. Fragrance is the perfect gift for someone special on your list, and Ulta Beauty has them all. Shop classic scents from Valentino, Burberry, and Carolina Herrera. Plus, check out can't-miss perfume kits from Ariana Grande. And wait, there's one more sweet deal. With a fragrance purchase of $70 or more, get the coziest plush robe or throw, valued at $70 while supplies last. So head to an Ulta Beauty store today. Get all the best gifts, all at Ulta Beauty.
Listen to this station anytime, anywhere on Odyssey. Odyssey is your new audio home for all the music, news, sports, and podcasts that matter to you. Odyssey. That's AUDACY.
This is a story of the one. As a maintenance specialist for university housing, he knows college students can major in wear and tear. Plus, housing so many students doesn't leave a lot of room to house all the supplies he needs. That's where Grainger comes in. With over 1 million industrial-grade products and fast, dependable delivery, Grainger carries the quality products he needs so he doesn't have to. From a new door hinge to a whole new faucet. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
I'm at the movies, asking people if they'll switch seats with me for $574.
Here, take mine.
So what about $574 if you switch your home insurance to Allstate?
Too much work.
Not if you call them. They handle the switching.
Now, that's a plot twist.
Shh. Check Allstate first, and you could save hundreds on quality home insurance today. You're in good hands with Allstate.
Not available in every state. Based on the national average annual savings for new home insurance customers surveyed in 2023 who switched to Allstate and reported savings. Savings.
San Antonio's Sports Center.
It is National Signing Day. The Longhorns had a big day in the early signing period. They land Alamo Heights star Michael Terry. They also land linebacker Jonah Williams, another 5-star, and a 5-star wide receiver in Jamie Prince. They have got the #1 ranked class, according to 247 Sports. Aggies, not a bad day for them either. The 8th ranked class, according to 247 Sports. And Connor Wegman, their quarterback, entering the transfer portal.
Sports Center is brought to you by Buyers Barricades, the Texas authority in barricade rental. BuyersBarricades.com.
Guess what day it is?
Joe Reinagle.
That's the 3rd time in 7 seasons. The San Antonio Spurs are the NBA champions.
Jason Minix.
They go back to big day as Super Bowl champions. Dallas 52, Buffalo
17.
It's the Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio's Sports Star.
Mike. What day is it, Mike? Hump day.
Hump day!
Hump day.
Hump day!
Hump day.
Hump day!
Hump day.
Hump day!
Hump day.
Hump day! Here we go!
Hump day.
Yeah.
I love that camel.
Mm-hmm. He's Toe Ryan Eagle. I'm Jason Minix.
You got to turn that microphone on, don't you?
It certainly helps.
Works, doesn't it?
Yeah, you want to create an account. Good luck.
Dude, I can do it.
Joe's Toes. Direct message that on Instagram at SA Sports Star. Make sure you're following at SA Sports Star for your chance to win a $50 gift card to the Great Greek Mediterranean Grill. You know, it's been such an interesting day. In the next couple of days, especially for the Houston Texans. You know, obviously a 3-game suspension, Nick Caserio going nuts. I was listening to on the NFL Network, Tom Pelissero. Might have been the outrage from Nick Caserio. Could be more of the next time. See, because you got a 3-game this time. Next time you mess up, the punishment's generally more than the last time.
Right.
So if this was 3 games, is the next time 5, 6, 7? That's part of the outrage. It's mad about this, but also mad about the next time.
Well, and there shouldn't be a next time. How about that? I mean, hey, Nick, why don't you go talk to this guy and say, stop it, knock it off.
All right, sure. But, again, you got a player who has been fined, who's done other things, not been suspended before, and it feels like that there was an accumulation of, all right, dude, you've had this, yeah, all that, 3 games, right? So next time you get in trouble, could it be more? Could that be part of the anger for Nick Caserio? Because I'm sure, hey, man, control yourself, but there are guys out there, and you can't change the way the guy plays, you know, with the aggressive nature. We talked about that yesterday with Indy Killough. You don't want to take the aggressiveness away, but he's got to be smarter. Maybe he does learn his lesson here, but you're also defending for the future, just in case moment.
Well, okay, I can see that. Look, I love aggressive play. That's not the problem.
Sure.
But hitting guys out of bounds, 5 yards out of bounds, is not aggressive play. That's just stupid.
Well,
hitting a guy that's sliding, that is already down on the ground when you launch, that's just stupid. That's not aggressive play. And you know, I know what Indy Killough says, and I get that, but that's not aggressive. And you're right. You got to be smart. All right, be aggressive, be a hard hitter, and I feel bad for defensive players these days. I really do, because the rules are stacked against them. They are. But you got to play smart. It's the way it is. You're not going to change it. We can bitch about it all we want. We can talk about it all we want, but it's not going to change. It is the way it is, so you learn to deal with it and learn to play with it.
But do the rules need to be changed a little bit, especially with quarterbacks who fake slide, fake going out of bounds? That is something that Micah Parsons certainly talked about yesterday on his podcast.
It's such a tough situation, bro, because there are QBs who take advantage of the situation. And I just feel like we're in a league where half the quarterbacks are Trevor Lawrence's and half the quarterbacks are runners. You know what I'm saying? So I'm going to put it like this, right? Patrick Mahomes, fake slides, kind of act like he's going out of bounds, then skirts upfield. Lamar, he's going to try to make you miss at the last second. You look at Jalen Hurts is the same way. You got all these, quarterbacks that are running like running backs, and then, you got quarterbacks that are trying to pull up. So it's such a gray area.
It's a gray area. Look, Micah Parsons has never done that, to my knowledge, has he?
But it is a gray area. Now, it's not a gray enough area where we see quarterbacks going crickets on a football field every Sunday. Most guys have learned. But you hear that from Micah, and we heard this yesterday with Indy Killough. You heard it from Tom Brady. The quarterbacks are smart, and they're going to get every inch they could possibly get. So, another player with the podcast, I'm on Ross St. Brown with the Detroit Lions, said, in that Thanksgiving Day game with the Bears, Dan Campbell, according to the wide receiver, had a message. If Caleb Williams does something he normally tries to do, knock him on his ass.
The craziest part is before the game or in our team meeting, Dan was talking to us and he was showing clips of Caleb like going out of bounds, going back in, going out. He said, "No, you don't." The beginning of it was, "No, you don't." And then it was just clips of him doing that. He goes, "If he does this, we're going to hit his ass." And he's already warned the refs. The refs know. So when it happened in the game, like, I already know there's no flag because
he was not
out of bounds. Came back in. Jack hit his ass. We're like, yeah. And everyone on the Bears like, what the f***? That's a flag. We're like, bro, he went out, literally came back in and took it. Like, damn.
Yeah, no, he never stepped out of bounds. So, like,
no, you don't.
Look, I agree with if Dan Campbell said that, and I have no reason to believe he didn't, that's fair game. As far as I'm concerned, that's fair game. If a quarterback is going to fake that and they get hit, tough. They get hit.
And the referees were there. Now, admittedly, when we all watched that on Thanksgiving, and it looked like a bad hit on Caleb, I was surprised there wasn't a flag. And I was like, hey, man, Caleb getting the rookie treatment from the referees, right? But it was borderline. But generally, you see a quarterback is going to get that call. Cowboys head coach Mike McCarthy was talking about this today, about when a quarterback should slide and all the quarterbacks that do the fake slides.
Well, I mean, whether roles they change and they adjust in our league, whether it's how you catch the ball or don't catch the ball and, all those things that happen over the years. I just think like anything, I think just coach the rules, and I think the biggest thing with the quarterback sliding is the intent. They're going down and what we're trying to accomplish from a player safety standpoint. So I think if we all just stay true to that, and just like anything, when something like happened, I think there'll be educational videos, and we'll continue to talk about it better. But I think you just got to coach it to the letter of how they're officiating. And the biggest thing is, if you're giving yourself up, you should be protected. I do believe that. That's the intent of the role. So as far as sliding and going in head first and that whole back and forth, because I've seen it over the years, it's adjusted. But the intent to give yourself up, the quarterback should be protected, in my opinion.
I totally agree with that, and that's what Trevor Lawrence was doing. He was giving himself up. And you talk about a guy that has no defense for getting hit. Trevor Lawrence had none. Well, he doesn't have his hands up. He doesn't have anything up.
When you go into the slide position, you are defenseless. But they made that a rule because guys were diving head first, and they wanted to eliminate that.
But guys still do it, and if you do that and get hit, you're fair game.
Exactly, because you're generally diving to get that extra yard. Sure. When you're sliding, you're not. What I don't – and again, it's a judgment call because you listen to that clip from Mike McCarthy. The intent is to slide, and then when they fake you out, so you got a defensive player running as fast as he can, 15, 20 miles an hour, whatever it is. He's about to knock this guy's head off because it's football, and that's what we do. And he goes into the slide position, and you're going to know his intent. Is this real or is it fake, right? And that's defensive players can look dumb. Oh, man, that quarterback, he faked you out. Well, you judged his intent and judged wrong, and now you're ridiculed by the broadcast crew, your teammates, everything else. It's so hard to judge the intent. I don't know what the answer is because there really isn't a good answer. But what we saw on Sunday, you can't have happen. And for the National Football League, they're always out to protect the shield. They'll say player safety, but it's about protecting the shield. And when you see that hit on the Today Show, when you see that hit on non-sport shows, when my mother is like, oh, man, did you see that hit? When my mom is talking about it because she saw it on Good Morning America, that's when Roger Goodell's like, we got a problem. You see what I mean? It's no longer just a football play because it was just so violent, and you saw the reaction to Trevor Lawrence, who went on IR today, by the way.
Oh, there you go. The guy just came back. Now he's on IR again. Look, that was clearly a slide, and everybody said, well, he slid late. He didn't slide late. He didn't.
Judge late.
I mean, he didn't slide late. I mean, he went down, and the guy launched. And it doesn't make any sense. And you talk about intent, and I'm not going to call this guy a dirty player. He's got a resume, that's for sure, but I'm not going to call him a dirty player. But that was a dirty play. He could have pulled up. And nobody can convince me otherwise. Well, he couldn't help himself. Baloney. He could have helped himself. That was just a bad play all the way around to hit a quarterback. And look, I don't know how many yards you say he slid late. How many yards does he have to slide? You got to be 10 yards away from the defender, 5 yards away from the defender? I mean, he was at least 2 or 3 yards away from this guy. At least. When
I see all the videos, and again, I don't know how somebody says he slid late, because I look at Azeez was not yet in the air, hadn't launched yet when the slide started, and the slide was, mid-slide. Just go back to Hard Knocks with the Chicago Bears, and they were hitting the slip and slide. They'd have been about the middle of the slip and slide before Azeez got there, right?
Yeah.
At that point, you're essentially down. I outside of just stopping and raising your hand like you freeze tag. All right, I'm up. And I don't know. Do you just put your hand in the air with the ball like you surrender? You've got the white flag and you give yourself up right there, because then a player doesn't have to get in a tackle position or launch. They just are running at you, and at that point, all players can kind of avoid contact.
Well, look, if a guy is sliding, there's no way he can fake that. If he's already down and his butt is on the ground, you can't get back up. Yeah, I mean, so there's no faking that.
But from a defensive player standpoint, and that's not the case here with Azeez. I don't want to be sounding like I'm talking about the same thing. But the players, the defensive players, like what Micah Parsons had mentioned or some of the others, when as a defensive player you're coming at the quarterback and it looks like they're going to slow down and start the slide, defensive player lets up and the quarterback ends up not sliding and picks up more yards. That's why a defensive player can't let up and could cause what we saw this week, because we've seen players start to fake a slide and they don't. Defensive player lets up and the quarterback runs by him. We've seen Mahomes do that. We've seen Mahomes look like he's going out of bounds, and then defensive player lets up and keeps his balance and gets another 5, 8, 10 yards or whatever down the sideline. Caleb Williams is known to do that. Kyler Murray does that. So you could see where Josh Allen does that. So the idea of the fake slide, when is a defender supposed to let up? That's why they're not letting up. That could be why Azeez did not initially let up, because he doesn't know if this is a fake slide or a real slide.
Well, Azeez, if you'll look at it, and I just watched the play just now again.
I was seeing it on your computer.
The guy, I mean, he's not launching. He's not launching to tackle him like he's standing up. He's launching down.
No defense
to hit him.
Not at all trying to defend what Azeez did on Sunday to Trevor Lawrence.
Well,
But the debate about the late slide and the fake slide is what this hit has turned into, and defensive players are saying we've got to do something like that because of the fake slides. Quarterbacks, even Tom Brady was talking about it. Quarterbacks are taking advantage of every opportunity and trying to get every inch of yardage that they can. And knowing that a defensive player is likely to let up because they know they can't hit a quarterback can gain yet another advantage by picking up more yards with a fake slide, which the NFL needs to outlaw.
They need to do something about that. Look, if you're going to give yourself up and you go down, or you give yourself up. If you're going to run out of bounds and you clearly look like you're running out of bounds, then you don't, then the offense should be penalized. That's the only way you're going to stop this stuff. But what happened with Trevor Lawrence was none of that. It was none of that. He gave himself up. Azeez launched downward to hit this guy. So there was no way he thought he was going to stand back up and go. It's ridiculous to even suggest that Trevor Lawrence was trying to fake anything. This was just a dirty hit. Not saying he's a dirty player. Maybe he is, maybe he's not, but this was a dirty play.
It was. And the appeal process apparently went on today, but they're on a bye, so we won't know anything for a while.
No, I mean, it's at least a couple of days. They don't have to.
No
because
urgency.
The Texans don't play this week.
No, they don't play this week. Gabe Santana on Twitter tweets at Joe Reinagle 210 at Jason Munix. This all started when Kenny Pickett did the fake slide when he was with Pittsburgh a couple years ago.
Uh-huh.
I vaguely remember that. Of all things, Kenny Pickett.
Kenny Pickett.
Yeah, but
look, I will say this. This doesn't happen very often. So I don't buy the argument that, the defenders can't stop themselves. They can, and they do 95% of the time. So the whole argument that, the poor defender, he doesn't know what he's going to do is baloney, because they do. It doesn't happen that often. We watch football games all day Sunday. I can't remember the last time that I've seen that happen.
Was that the Kenny Pickett play?
Is it really?
Yeah, because at Pittsburgh, in college at Pitt.
Play it again,
and,
Pledge, will you?
He looked like he was doing the fake slide and ends up scoring a touchdown. Ball started at the 40. He crosses the 50. Looks like it was in a bowl game. Made the guy miss, look like an idiot, and then down the sideline he goes.
Well, that should be a penalty in the NFL.
15 yards.
Yep, that should be a penalty right there.
Is that in the championship game for the ACC?
Yeah. Yeah, they've got to change it. The offense cannot do that. You cannot fake that. If you're going to protect the quarterback and you want to truly protect the quarterback, then you've got to penalize the offense if a quarterback fakes going out of bounds or fakes a slide.
And again, we're all judging intent. Now, that was pretty obvious with Kenny Pickett.
Yes.
Thank you, Gabe, for bringing that memory back. But you look at, again, refs judging intent. If it looks and appears like that dude was going to give himself up and he does not, it should be a 15-yard penalty against the offense.
I totally agree.
It's got to be a major penalty. It's got to be the same penalty yardage as if he gets leveled by that defender, which is 15 yards. Not saying get thrown out and ejected and, all that, but if it's a 15-yard penalty, if I hit you, the quarterback, then it's a 15-yard penalty if you, the quarterback, do a fake slide or a fake out of bounds to gain that extra yardage, knowing that I can't hit you because you already have all the protections in the world. Pledge just showed one of Patrick Mahomes against Kansas City where he does a fake slide.
Against
and it's
Detroit.
True. The defender completely gives up, raises his hands, and Patrick runs right by him.
Oh, that was about the worst fake slide I've ever seen.
Again, though, from a defender standpoint, what are you going to do? I don't think that one counts there. That was just the defender being stupid because he bit on the ball fake.
Yeah, he never had any intention of going out of bounds there, it didn't look like. So
Yeah.
Look, the NFL's got to change it, and hopefully they will. And I can't wait to ask Stephen Jones about it when he joins us tomorrow, being that he has something to say about it.
Stephen Jones, I believe, still on the rules committee, so we will talk to him about it tomorrow
Now,
here
see,
on
that's
the Blitz.
not a fake slide.
Is
it?
Yeah.
I mean, is it? That's a fake slide.
You give that quick motion. If you're a defender coming at him and you see a little movement like I'm about to go down, absolutely that was a fake slide from Josh Allen on that last video.
Looked like a stutter step to me.
Again, a quarterback running, a little change in your running speed when you're running full blast. If you're a defender, you've got to interpret that in a split second as he's giving himself up. And then you let up and he doesn't, and off he goes.
Well, see, that's going to cause a lot of problems for officials.
Like
was
I
it
said,
a fake slide? Was it not?
Judging intent. That's the hard part. And that's why defenders say this is so difficult to do. If it looks like he's about to give himself up, you got bang, bang. I mean, that's what it is. Imagine you're driving 90 on, I-35, which the way traffic is tough to do, and a car moves over, you got a split second. What are you going to do? That's like what these defenders are trying to do right now, avoid the accident.
Wow.
It's crazy. Crazy, crazy. It is the Blitz here on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
let me tell you about Connecticut before we go to a break, because I got to brag on it. I just love my Connecticut quality water softener. You know, I take a shower this morning. The shower just feels fantastic. You feel clean. My dishes come out of the dishwasher clean, cleaner than they ever have. Clothes come out of the washing machine cleaner than they ever had. It really is a game changer. And I've told you this before. Look, I was a skeptic. I said, there's no way that this is that much better than anything else I've ever had. But it is. It absolutely is. I've never had a Connecticut quality water softener before, but I've had other brands, and they don't compare. They're not even close to what Connecticut can offer. It is the most popular water softener on the market. They've been serving San Antonio for over 50 years. You don't plug it in, doesn't run on electricity, so there's no motherboard to go out or fuses that are going to go out that you have to change, none of that stuff. But it does provide soft water 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. And right now, they have got a deal for you that is just incredible. For a limited time, when you purchase a new Connecticut water softener, you're going to get a reverse osmosis drinking station installed at your kitchen sink absolutely free. It's incredible, and it matches everything. They've got all kinds of different styles, colors, all of that stuff. It's purified water right at your kitchen sink. Perfect for cooking. Your coffee's going to taste better. And the best part about it is you don't have to buy bottled water anymore. You have it right there at your kitchen sink. It is for a limited time, so you don't want to wait. And oh, by the way, financing is available. They also have a rental program at Connecticut. So what do you need to do? You need to call them and ask every question that you have. They'll explain how everything works. 656-PURE, 656-7873, or you can get them online at ConnecticutSA.com. And you know the jingle. Sing it with me. It's the last water softener you'll ever own. Call 656-PURE, Connecticut.
Hello. My name is Jason Thompson. I'm an attorney here in San Antonio, and since 1994, I've been representing people and families seriously injured by negligent drivers. Recently, we've all seen advertisements from attorneys here in San Antonio saying their firm does not get paid an attorney fee unless there's a recovery. And maybe you've heard, we don't get paid unless you get paid, or words to that effect. Well, that is what I've been doing for more than 30 years. I honestly did not know that there were attorneys in San Antonio that would represent an injured client and charge a fee if there was no recovery. You see, I practice law with basic principles, one of which is you never need an excuse to do the right thing. If you or a family member has been injured in a vehicle collision, including a commercial or business vehicle, an 18-wheeler, call me. The phone call and consultation is free. If you hire me, I will not get a fee unless there is a recovery. And this has been true for me and my firm for more than 30 years. My number, 210-900-0400, that's 210-900-0400, or check out my website, alawyerforus.com.
Whether you're ordering wings for the game, whipping up a 7-layer dip, or ordering pizza, there's something about football that makes you want to eat. And this football season, Uber Eats has the best deals on game day food. No matter what you're craving, from 2-for-1 pizza to buy one, get one wings, Uber Eats will be dropping new deals each week, all season long. Uber Eats, official on-demand delivery partner of the NFL. Order now. Terms and conditions apply. See app for details.
This is the story of the one who, as a maintenance specialist for a historic high-rise, knows that vintage charm historically needs constant attention. Which is why, when it's time to upgrade turn-of-the-century mechanicals, they turn to Grainger. With easy access to 1 million-plus products and the scale to deliver when and where you need them. The right tools and supplies are never far away. So the one can keep that vintage building running like new. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done. This is the story of the one who, as a maintenance specialist for a historic high-rise, knows that vintage charm historically needs constant attention. Which is why, when it's time to upgrade turn-of-the-century mechanicals, they turn to Grainger. With easy access to 1 million-plus products and the scale to deliver when and where you need them. The right tools and supplies are never far away. So the one can keep that vintage building running like new. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
The holidays are here at the Home Depot, so let's get to decorating. Find your perfect tree in our huge assortment of shapes, sizes, and styles. Like the easy-to-assemble Jackson Noble fir, with pre-lit branches perfect for styling with all your favorite ornaments. Or the Flock Starry Light Fraser fir, with over 1,900 pre-lit memory wire branches that keep their shape so it's ready right out of the box. Ooh. Find the perfect tree now at the Home Depot.
This holiday at T-Mobile, I'm joined by a special co-anchor.
What up, everybody? It's your boy, Big Snoop D-O-double-G.
Snoop, let's talk about T-Mobile.
Okay, cool.
This holiday, get 4 lines for $25 a line. Plus, 4 iPhone 16s with Apple Intelligence and the all-new camera control on us.
Let's get cracking, like a breakfast egg.
You can use those eggs to make some eggnog, Snoop.
Respect.
And people do love T-Mobile, where you can save on every plan versus the other big guys.
You know, y'all can take some of those savings and buy some Snoop merchandise.
Always a great stocking stuffer, Snoop.
We up out of here.
Hold your horses, Snoop D-O-double-G. Let's remind people one more time.
Head to T-Mobile.com and get 4 iPhone 16s with Apple Intelligence on us. Plus 4 lines for $25. Now drop that jank.
With 24 monthly bill credits, 4 eligible trade-ins, and 4 new lines with autopay. Well-qualified customers plus taxes and fees and $35 per line connection charge. Cancel entire account before receiving 24 bill credits and credit stop and balance on required finance agreements due. $829.99 credits end if you pay off device early. See how you can save on wireless and streaming versus the other big guys at T-Mobile.com/switch. Apple Intelligence available now.
The NFL is on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Have a shot for sure. They're going to win their division. They'll be at least, at worst, the 4th seed, right, as a division winner. They'll get a home game, first round.
The
Azeez will be back by then.
Yeah, we you hope. You say that with a straight face on his podcast yesterday. Micah Parsons says he likes the Cowboys' playoff chances.
If we could find a way to win, 3 out of 4 of those games, and then obviously try to close out with the Commanders, we make playoffs. We're the 2nd team in the NFC. So the chances are very, very high. They're not too far-fetched. Obviously, closing out the Giants was big, but if we could close out Washington, that would be huge too. The playoff chances are still there. So I think we can do it. I think we all been showing it. And we've been flashing. Think about it. Football is all about clicking at the right time. So we can find a way to keep clicking, keep winning, finding ways to win games, getting stops. Man, we could be great. Ooh, we could be so great. And, I'll be the first one. And y'all going, I'm that person. I don't care what people say. And I'm going to say I told you so. And I'm going to laugh all day. I'm a mock. I'm a troll because that's what I am. I'm a troller.
He's not wrong. I mean, there is still a mathematical possibility that the Cowboys can make the playoffs. He's
We're
not
a damn
wrong.
good football team.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there's that.
Mm-hmm.
But
you're a dumb butt.
It's hard. It's going to be really hard for them to do that because they basically have to win out, right? I mean, basically.
Look, they've got Cincinnati on Monday. Monday, the Blitz live at the Rue Pub at 281 in Redland Road, getting you ready for the Bart Simpson game.
I'm looking forward to that.
Sure. Cincinnati does not have a great defense.
That's an understatement.
I don't know that Dallas does either, although Dallas is getting healthier, and they've been playing better defensive play as of late, although Joe Burrow is not Drew Lock.
No, he's not. No, Joe Burrow is
Jamar Chase is not. I don't know. Can you name a Giants receiver?
Yeah, Malik Neighbors, right?
All right.
Although I don't know how many passes he dropped the other day. It was an impressive amount.
And who on the Giants plays the part of T. Higgins? And I don't know. Cincinnati has a running back. I'm just saying. And the Giants used to have a Saquon.
They got a tight end as well, a pretty good one.
So if they beat Cincinnati, I might have to change the tune a little bit. Just saying. They get 3 wins in a row. Then you're right, because you look at the rest of the schedule, although you cannot overlook what Carolina is doing and what their quarterback is doing. I mean, Bryce is all of a sudden looking like an NFL quarterback. And I saw one of the quarterback types talk about the last couple of weeks, there's nobody playing the position better than Bryce Young from a quarterback position. And I looked at that and went, you're high. But you start looking at the films and the breakdown, and the light bulb has gone off. You know, getting benched for Andy Dalton might have been the best thing for him, because last year he looked like, you know, he was going to be a Jamarcus Russell kind of bust. And the early part of this year didn't look good. All of a sudden, it's working for him. So Carolina is no longer a pushover game.
No, it's not. And that one's on the road, too, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
So you're right. It's not a pushover game. This one is going to be interesting. I'm just looking up stats because I wanted to see where Cincinnati ranks offensively. They're tied for fifth points scored with Tampa Bay at 28 points a game.
That's all?
But over their last three, they've averaged 33 points a game.
Yeah, I was going to say in Hard Knocks last night, they dropped that 33 number.
Yeah, so that's over the last three. The only question that I would have for this Cincinnati team is that they've got to be really disappointed. I mean, they came into this season thinking that, you know, this could be their year. Offensively, they're playing like a championship team. Defensively, they're horrible, and they really this team reminds me of the Cowboys with Tony Romo, where Romo would put up massive numbers, great passing yards, points, and then they'd lose 38-35. And it was that kind of a deal. And you saw that the other night with Cincinnati and Pittsburgh. And so so they really remind me of those types of teams. They can put up points, but how disappointed are they, and how hard are they going to continue to play? That's going to be interesting to watch on Monday night.
Well, they've got the Hard Knocks crew, so you know. But again, they've got a coach, as great as he is, on the hot seat.
Sure.
And you look at a Bengals team, their last three all losses. 35-34 to Baltimore, 34-27 to the Chargers, 44-38 to Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
They did beat the Raiders 41-24. Cowboy fan in me looks at that and says, well, the Raiders did score 24, so there's a chance.
Was that with Minshew or without?
It doesn't matter. It's the Raiders. So if Rico can run like he did, and Cooper Rush continues to play decent football, throw the ball well, you know, you got Cooks back, you got CD. Hopefully Ferguson is back for this one. But offensively, can a Cooper Rush-led offense keep up with the Cincinnati Bengals?
That's going to be the key, because you got to figure if Cincinnati comes in as hot as they are offensively, they're going to score some points. And Dallas is going to have to keep up with that. Can they do that with that offense? That's going to be the challenge. But who knows? That's why you play them, right?
That's why you play them. Spurs, they're going to be without Wemby tomorrow. They were kind of without Wemby last night, especially in the first half. Let's talk about it coming up here on the Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. You might turn your heater on today, and if it's been a while since you've turned your heater on and you didn't do maintenance and it ain't working right, you got a problem, you call Quartermoon Plumbing, Heating, and AC. 210-651-5899. 651-5899. Cold weather day like this, a lot of people turn on the heater. It's like Super Bowl time for the people in the heating and AC business. And if you had a plumbing problem on top of that, Quartermoon, one company takes care of everything at the house. Full service, big job, small job, residential or commercial. Their service trucks are fully stocked, and they have all the equipment needed for any job. No commission sales reps. They'll provide estimates and second opinions, and they have a great experienced staff that has earned an A-plus ranking with the Better Business Bureau, and at Quartermoon, they are green certified. Heater issues today, plumbing issues, 210-651-5899, 651-5899, or online at quartermoonplumbing.com.
It's the Morning Huddle with A.J. Hoffman and Rob Thompson.
Thursday on the Morning Huddle, Week 14 begins. Yeah, we got football tonight. We'll get you ready for it.
And a huge night of college hoops to discuss. And what are the Spurs going to do next? It is the Morning Huddle. We started here at 6.
It's the Morning Huddle with A.J. Hoffman and Rob Thompson. Morning 6 to 10 on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
In Texas, your spouse can claim alimony after just 10 years of marriage. Do you know your countdown? I guarantee she does. I'm Gary Barton, owner of Barton & Associates, attorneys at law. If you're considering divorce, it's absolutely crucial to understand your options right now. Don't let alimony catch you off guard. Protect what you've built and secure your hard-earned assets. Visit TexasDivorce.com. At Barton & Associates, we focus on navigating the complexities of divorce law to ensure you're not left vulnerable. Divorce is tough, but you have a choice. Take control of the process or allow your spouse to dictate the terms. If you're serious about safeguarding what you have built and your financial future, Barton & Associates is the team for you. We'll act swiftly and decisively, ensuring that you're not taken advantage of. Call Barton & Associates at 210-500-0000. That's 210-5-MILLION. Or visit TexasDivorce.com. That's TexasDivorce.com.
Principal Office, San Antonio.
This is the famous footwear that everyone has on their holiday wish list. So don't wait to make it famous. Whether you're searching for their favorite character shoes or the hottest sneakers, slippers, and boots, Famous Footwear has the newest styles from Nike, Adidas, Crocs, Converse, New Balance, Birkenstock, Timberland, and more. Unwrap Famous today and make everyone's holidays merry with buy one, get one half off at your local Famous Footwear or famous.com. Some exclusions apply.
Guys, it's finally here. Wendy's new salted caramel frosty. It's cold, salted, yet perfectly sweet, delicious, and it's at the top of Santa's Christmas list. What? Santa has a list too, you know. And he's a huge salted caramel frosty fan. Probably why he's so jolly all the time. The iconic frosty with a salted caramel twist? Gotta be Wendy's.
Limited time only at participating U.S. Wendy's. Salted caramel frosty flavored with other natural flavors.
Hey guys, it's AJ from the Morning Huddle. Between us, when you hit a certain age, things start to feel a little off, right? You're tired all the time, your energy's low, maybe even your drive isn't what it used to be. And a lot of that comes down to testosterone, and trust me, it can happen to the best of us. That's where Game Day Men's Health comes in. They know how we feel, and they make it easy. Game Day Men's Health is over there on Bassey Road, across from the quarry. Their office has a relaxed man cave vibe, and they've built a 3-step process. It's quick and designed just for us. First, get your T levels checked. Free testosterone test at their in-house lab. Then, you meet with a licensed provider to create a customized plan. And finally, you'll get those fast weekly treatments. After a month, you're going to notice a difference. More energy, better mood, and a kick in your libido. Don't settle. Be the best version of yourself. Call Game Day Men's Health, 210-900-3691. That's 210-900-3691. Feel better, be better at Game Day.
What's up? 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star, South Texas home of the NFL. Monday night, Thursday night, and Sunday night football. Presented locally by Flight by Yingling, the next generation of light beer. 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Is it time? Sorry. Booking a house in New Orleans. Got the company credit card. Anybody else need anything?
Yeah. We could just go to town with that thing, huh?
Please. Our Super Bowl coverage coming soon. Cannot wait.
Yep.
Breaking news.
We got some breaking news. Tom Pelissero and others are reporting that the NFL has upheld the 3-game suspension for Azeez Al-Shaair. He will miss games against the Dolphins, Chiefs, and the Ravens.
Whew.
So they've upheld the suspension.
That is surprising.
Yeah, it really is.
Because you feel like the suspensions always get reduced. And quite frankly, that surprises me. You know, when we first saw the hit and we talked about it Monday, I said 2 games, you said 5. And then when they came down with 3, I thought it would get reduced to 2, maybe even 1. And from, I don't know, other than three game checks, he wasn't fined on top of that.
No, he was not.
So it was just a suspension.
Oh, those game checks are pretty big.
They are for him.
Yes.
But there was no fine. Did the NFL, and because it's breaking right now, they probably haven't. But I wonder what the reduction, the reason for no reduction, because aren't we all just accustomed to, you see the fine, you know they're going to appeal, you know they're going to knock it down, which is just dumb, right? But it feels like this is where I do agree with Nick Caserio being so irate, is the lack of consistency with the NFL punishment system. You know, just about everything else out there, we get a speeding ticket, you know exactly what the fine is, and it's the same for me as it would be for you driving right now on 410 with a cop with his lights on behind you. You know exactly what you are as soon as they hand you that ticket. In the NFL, you have no idea. Sometimes you get fined for this, sometimes you get fined for that. You know, you get fined when there wasn't a penalty in a game because the refs didn't see it, but, you know, they reviewed the film and said, you know what, that's $10,000.
Yeah.
It is, and you wonder if his first suspension was 3 games, which is massive because of his history of, dude, we let this slide, no suspension. We let that slide, no suspension. I mean, there's a dude that punched a guy in a game earlier this year.
He did get fined for those, though.
But not suspended.
Correct.
Right?
Correct.
So, generally you throw a punch, you're going to get fined and kicked out of a game. He didn't get kicked out of a game because the refs didn't see it. But he did get a fine. Probably should have gotten suspended. Right? Throw a punch, get suspended.
Yep.
I do agree with Nick Caserio that the lack of consistency is troubling. You know, and sometimes you might look at a hit, not saying that this is a bad example, and I realize that. You might look at that hit and say, all right, man, that's worth $50,000. That might be, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But is it worth 3 games? If I know it's 3 games, does he hold out?
Well, you know, that's a good question, and maybe there should be a menu. But I think a lot of these things, a lot of this comes from his past, and I think it could come to the fact that now Trevor Lawrence is on IR, and it was pretty severe, obviously, with what he's going through. Is it just a concussion? Is it worse than that? Did something happen to his neck? I haven't seen the injury exactly for Trevor Lawrence, but you got to figure he's done for the year, which in the scheme of things doesn't matter because Jacksonville's done for the year.
Sure.
But I think all of those things you take into consideration when they're hearing this appeal, and you say, no, we're going to leave it right where it is and hopefully send a message. But, again, if it happens this Sunday to somebody else and they don't get a 3-game suspension, then, yes, Nick Caserio is absolutely right.
And again, I'm trying to think about anybody else been suspended like this for 3 games. And if you're Nick Caserio, the other concern, next time Azeez gets suspended, generally the suspension is going to be more than the last one. So there's that now too. You know, I mean, now you start worrying about a player's future in the league. Who was it? Vontaze Burfict, who had a couple of games, then the next time he got suspended, then it was like a year, and you're like, for that?
Yeah.
But it was the accumulation.
Right.
Your next offense, the penalty is going to be harder. I think that also factors in to what we have seen from the anger from Nick Caserio. And from a league office standpoint, because, again, they'll talk player safety, but they really only want to protect the shield. And the fact that hit was shown on every program out there, not just sports shows.
Yeah.
You know, when somebody like my mother, who could care less, is asking me about it because she saw it on Good Morning America, and you realize people like that are talking about it, the NFL is going to react because they've got to protect the shield. And it was on Good Morning America today, every news show out there. Oh, my God, did you see this? We damn near saw a guy get killed on a football field. Perception, and that's what the league cares about. But that letter from John Runyon and Indy Killough, who was on with us yesterday, told us Runyon's nickname was Dirty John. And if you put on Twitter today, you've seen all kinds of plays that would get suspended in today's NFL from a guy that was just as guilty of malicious hits, but the rules were different when John Runyon was playing.
Much different. I mean, just think about a guy like Darren Woodson, and I use him because I love to watch that guy play. He was just a beast, and if you came over the middle, he was going to light you up. Today, Darren Woodson wouldn't be able to do half of the things he was able to do when he played ball, and that was the beauty of the game. And look, I get player safety. And when you wide receivers, a whole different can of worms because they're almost as protected as a quarterback these days. It really is. It's really sad, but it is the way that it is. And as much as I hate some of this stuff, you can't fight it. And a guy like Azeez, what's his name, Azeez? I mean, you got to adjust your game. I don't care how aggressive you are. You've got to adjust. I mean, you're not going to fight it. Now, you're out 3 games, and I don't know how much money you're losing, $2-3 million perhaps. I don't know. But, I mean, he makes a pretty good salary, does he not? Pledge, and he just signed a new deal. So he's going to lose in the millions for this. So he's going to have to change his game, or guess what? He's going to keep losing money, and next time it's going to be a lot worse.
Yeah, it's I am stunned that suspension was not reduced, that it's been upheld.
Quite frankly, I am too. I thought it would be.
Now, on YouTube, and you can always subscribe to our YouTube channel, one of the comments, Tom Brady's suspension wasn't reduced. All right.
That's true. It was not.
And that was rare, but that was a legal battle pissing match that was going on that ended up in court. Typically, though, you see these suspensions get reduced. And 3 games just seems awful stiff for the play that happened.
Ooh, see, I don't see it that way.
I know, because you went 5. I was thinking 2, because on appeal it would go down to 1.
It's this guy's track record, Jason. I think that has everything to do with it.
Well, and you're right. And I look at big hitters, and and I think about former Smithson Valley Ranger and Minnesota Viking Andrew Sendejo and the hats that he was sporting last year at the Super Bowl, make football violent again. And I do think we all agree with that. But that wasn't a football play, but you can't take the violent part out of a violent game.
But you can't hit a guy that is completely defenseless on his back.
Sure.
That you can't do. I don't care who you are or what you think. You can't do that. I'm all for lighting a quarterback up if he's running and he's fair game. Light him up. But you can't hit him when he's already on the ground. And that is just not there. You can't hit Tony Pollard when he's 5 yards out of bounds. You can't do that. I mean, some of these things are just common sense. That has nothing to do with bringing violence back to the game of football. I mean, you got to be smarter than that. Light somebody up in when it's legal, not when it's not. And what this guy did to Trevor Lawrence, to Tony Pollard, I mean, that's just uncalled for and stupid.
Yep. And he's paying the price.
Yep.
He is paying the price. Can't wait to see D'Amico's press conference tomorrow when he talks about this. And I wonder how much that might have factored in with the appeal committee, because I know D'Amico has to defend his guy. And you can defend your guy, but he blamed Jacksonville for overreacting.
He did.
And I think they reacted 100% appropriately. If I'm Doug Peterson, Ingram gets a game ball. He was the first one there because you protect your quarterback.
Doug Peterson's looking for his next house in whatever next city he's going to be in.
Yeah.
He's busy.
Well,
that dude's gone.
I mean, he's still got time to give out a game.
Well, sure. Yeah. At least they're letting him coach out this season.
Sure, at least, right? Good Lord. Good Lord.
Oh, my.
Good stuff. You've got about 8 minutes. If you're just getting by the radio, we're giving away a $50 gift card to the Great Greek Mediterranean Grill over on Killough. And if you want that gift card, all you have to do is send us a direct message on Instagram. Make sure you're following at SA Sportstar on Instagram and send the direct message, Joe's Toes. And if you do that, at 6 o'clock, Ryan is going to put all the people that sent messages that are following into a name generator, and somebody's going to win the $50 gift card to the Great Greek Mediterranean Grill.
You're welcome.
Joe's Toes.
And you get to think about my toes. Congratulations. While you're eating that Greek Mediterranean, while you're eating that food. Mediterranean. That sounds pretty good, actually.
Greek food?
Yeah.
I love Greek food.
I do, too.
I had a hero for lunch yesterday.
Oh, is that right?
I love those.
I love Greek food.
Yep.
This place comes very highly recommended, by the way.
It does. And they're really known for catering parties and stuff. So get over there. The GreatGreekGrill.com has all the info for your catering. And if you're near Calabria and you're hungry, go eat.
Yeah.
Go eat. Joe's Toes.
Yes.
Joe's Toes. I saw this earlier, but it's on the screen right now. Old Jackson Arnold hit the portal from Oklahoma.
Yeah. Connor Wegman. The Portman. Portal.
The Portman.
The Portman.
Yeah. Talk much?
No, apparently too much today. That's the problem.
Need a cookie?
No.
It's National Cookie Day.
Not one of those golden ones.
I have a golden Oreo.
I'll take the chocolate one.
With milk.
With milk.
Milk. M-I-L-K.
Doesn't matter what it is. Milk.
Yeah. Does the body good.
Yep. I'm a 1%er in my milk.
You don't like 2%?
That's okay. 2%'s fine.
Could you tell the difference?
No, not
All
between
right,
them. I can tell the non completely. That tastes like water.
What are you talking about?
Horrible. Milk. When it's like completely nothing, no 1%, 0%. It's like water.
Well, it's not milk at that point, is it?
Well, it is.
You're not talking about like coconut milk. That's awful. Or almond milk. That's awful too.
Well, coconut milk is horrible. That is just it's just awful. Somebody tricked me into that. I did one of those mudders, me and Bill Taylor back in the day.
The Tough Mudder.
And I got through it, and somebody handed me this thing. I didn't know there was coconut milk. And I take a big old swig of that. It's like, bleh. It was the worst, man.
Yep, Ryan Nagel, 1%er.
Yeah.
Yeah. Uh-huh. Well, for the rest of us. Oh, my goodness. Hey, don't forget, Friday, the Blitz is going to be live out at Tri-County Meat Market, the Hebner Road location. It's a demo day. We're going to have all kinds of stuff going on out at Tri-County Meat Market for demo days. And, one of the things, too, at Tri-County Meat Market, holiday time, you're a couple weeks away from Christmas, and you got to pre-order some of your prime cuts, like the prime tenderloins, bone-in ribeyes, the A5 Wagyu steaks. They also have a lot of great gift boxes that you can get made for Christmas. Get into either of the Tri-County Meat Market locations. They got a ton going on. Friday, we're going to be out there live from 2 to 6. You can always take advantage of their Pick 5 special. And at Tri-County, they always offer a 10% discount for military and first responders. Two great locations on Ralph Fair Road and on Hebner. Online at TriCountyMeat.com.
You're listening to The Blitz. Afternoons 2 to 6. KTFM Floresville. And everywhere at SASportsStar.com. 1, 2, 3, Cowboys! South Texas home of the Dallas Cowboys. 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. Monday night at 7:15. The Cowboys take center stage hosting the Cincinnati Bengals for Monday Night Football.
I like this kind of party!
Pre-game starts after the Blitz at 6. Presented by AA Best Bail Bonds and Ewald Kubota.
This is all cooking. How about